Pandora's box, damnation. The police can't save them. They always trip when you chase them. They always trip when Good evening, everybody. Welcome back to EVC X Crunch Gaming Valorant. My name is Pasta, and I'm going to be joined by Dracorexia for today's stream. First things first, how are you doing, and are you excited for the game today?
I mean, it's a little bit delayed for me. I mean, I would have hoped the game started half an hour early, but oh well, we're back, but that's all that matters. We're here to watch more Valorant and see more gameplay. That's all I want to see. I just want to see more gameplay. I tried playing after a long time, and let's just say solo queuing is not fun. So I hope I get a team someday here. How are you doing, Pasa? How are you feeling?
Yeah, I'm doing well. Still recovering a little bit from a little bit of a cold, but I'm sure it'll be fine. I've got plenty of water. So we should be good to get into things. And speaking of, let's have a look at today's game. I've got my notebook in front of me yet again because we are going to be bear witness to TeamBash versus We Will Cook. Now, both of these teams are in Group 1 of the tournament. There's 2 groups, each one plays round robin, best of threes in a round robin format. There we go, numbers. And yeah, TeamBash are currently 2 wins, 1 loss, but We Will Cook are currently 3 wins and 1 loss. So there's an odd number in each group, so games are slightly games aren't always played each week. Each team has a rest week essentially. So TeamBash already had theirs, We Will Cook yet to do so.
Exactly. I mean, it's very funny when we talk about like a rest week, because I'm just aware like, okay, if I had the chance to play a video game for a tournament, I think I'll be playing 2 games in a day or 3 games in a day if possible. But as we say, not everybody needs their own set of things. And like when I was interviewing people from like the gaming community, I realized that people tend to surprisingly, even in team games, tell their teammates to solo queue. So it's very interesting to find that also. I realized that, okay, you need a lot more time and patience to become a professional player. But right now, as we speak about it, we are going to the agents. So like our first map is going to be the old classic and one of my favorite, Ascent. And already we can clearly see that the defenders are just like, yep, We Will Cook have... Okay, I was feeling that they were going to go for like the usual composition. But I think that they're changing it about. What do you feel, Pasa?
I'm looking forward to this one because, so first of all, this is the map pick of TeamBash Academy. They have played Ascent once before, and it was a 13-7 win against Vision Esports, who is a team that has been causing quite a few problems for those top teams, for those top flight teams in the tournament. So I'm hoping that we get to see something good from them, and yeah, we're going to see Fade, Jet, and the Omen coming through, and the Breach. So, in my opinion, these are both 2 standard compositions, but they're different. So I'm excited to see how each playstyle sort of keeps up with each other.
I mean, I would differ from you because you rarely see a composition like we have seen the meta shift from a triple initiator setup to like having a duelist. But this is the first time I'll be watching a competitive game which has like a duelist and a triple initiator setup, because the only guy you got is Omen. So as such, the only utility that they have to block entries through B main and A main is going to be a Krios fragment. That is it, because you can get a lot of information from all the abilities of Fates. Same goes with KO with the knife, and Breach can just stop with the stuns. But after that, there's nothing much to like stop us. Like normally you have with your KJ. If you look at the other team, like if you see like We Will Cook, they've got KJ who's got the nano swarm, and as such, even the turret like just hinder or like causes 1 second of delay, which could be very much useful. So we haven't seen that, but one thing you can note over here is the synergy that we can see. Like a agent of KO, if you can just use the ultimate, use null command, you literally render the opponent's abilities null and void, and immediately you can use it in the post plant or during the plant.
Absolutely, that's the thing we have to look for as we are going to head into the game now. For this first round, then, I'm just gonna ask you a few questions. Then, what do you expect? Obviously, we are seeing some very different styles of play, or at least we assume that we would, considering the composition, see some different styles of play coming in from both of these teams. Which team do you think has the advantage here, considering that we have We Will Cook are on 3 wins and 1 loss, but TeamBash still only have 1 loss but 1 less win? And looking at these compositions, which team do you think will be coming out ahead on map 1 at least?
I mean, looking at this, the first thing, I mean, we're obviously going through the pistol round, and the one thing which confused me right away was the KO. KO wanted to be seen, which is kind of confusing over here, like you threw the thing, but immediately the blind coming into A and the crossfire begins. The shots are coming in by We Will Cook, and ECC gets the first pick, helping his team out. Sillyboy gets the other. And my oh my, this pistol doesn't look that much useful, and I think so that's that. KO is all alone, and they don't even know where he is.
Yeah, Sovereign is in a very tricky spot here. Doesn't have the spike, doesn't really have anything. There is 1 flash, but yeah, the knife will go through, but it doesn't really do much. Pop tries to do the pop flash, and well, just going to get cut down by the jet of Chandy. So with that first round, then that's We Will Cook getting off to a pretty good start.
I mean, yeah, I mean, they have to push forward. Like, clearly, I mean, on defense, if you get the first round, the second round goes to you as well. And now you have to wonder, okay, how much control do I have on this game? You have a lot of control, and then you're just like, oh, this is going to be working in our favor. So now the setup, ideally, you would see like a full-on push by the attacking team to just push on the site and then pray and hope. I think so. That's what we're going to see from TeamBash Academy. I would expect a 5-stack, but seeing that we don't see a 5-stack, so I think so it's going to be a quick round.
So just little bits of pressuring from TeamBash, taking a look, and well, TGK is going to find that to his detriment, taken down by the ghost of Chandy. And yeah, it's just more probing, trying to see if there's really anything they can do. Spike still not permitted to either side, but floating around B. There's now fault line through, and the Haunt as well is going to telegraph to this defense that B might be the plan of attack. But you do still have Expiry and Sovereign sitting in mid, pressuring towards A main, but they don't have the spike. To be honest, it looks like we will have the rotation coming through towards A. Just a little bit of pressure shown, a bit of presence, but Sick Boy hopefully will catch this here. Paranoia, actually no, that's just the smoke. The KO is going to stop that from coming through, but as assistance from AC3, Sick Boy gets a kill there as well, and well, position noted for these final 2 players inside of A main. It should be the round going the way of We Will Cook.
I mean, I think so this split which they try to accomplish them out no way, and I just think so the usually the barrage that is onto them is simply not working in their favor. Sick Boy with a 3k and ending off this round with a style. But now it's going to be seeing how do they play on the bonus. Do they get the bonus? Because one thing which I noticed was Jet, and that is what you see. Chandy was playing with a ghost the entire time on mid. He got a pick, and now you're an operator. And I don't know if they're going to anticipate this. They might be like, okay, there's not going to be any, like, okay, they might take a broken buy.
Yeah.
Are they going to expect an operator and that to full shields? Oh, that's going to be fun to watch. And you can clearly see what are they looking for. Basta, you know what is going to happen next, don't you?
Hopefully some kills this will happen. Very, very aggressive up. Does pop the dash early. And TeamBash might just wait a little bit for this pressure to come through. But yeah, this one way is absolutely devastating. The flash doesn't matter. Sin taken down. Location revealed on the Haunt and more utility coming through, but Jojo is just too slow to it. Suppress comes through as well from the knife. Everything against Chandy's favor, but still persisting behind the generator. Sick Boy can't land those shots. 2 kills come back, but Chandy again a second in the round. That's 40 seconds gone. Shot missed. Expiry gets that one in the bag. It's a 2 versus 2 here. Spike should be able to go down, and that's the operator stranded in heaven as well.
Last player standing.
Oh, okay. That the counter went away, but that was a good shot. It must have caught the opponents off guard immediately.
Yeah, it certainly caught the producers off guard, that's for sure. Chris saves the op and yeah, just gets out of there. Keeping the weapon available for Chandy to use in that next round. And that's a very successful, incredibly successful attack by TeamBash Academy. And you've got to give a lot of that credence to Expiry, I think. Getting those 3 kills, really forcing the way onto site. It's worked really, really well for them. Get the spike down and there you go.
I mean, what you can keep in mind is, like, as the spike goes down, is what you can remember, what you can see on this round was, even though they knew they could be having the superior weaponry, TeamBash waited. TeamBash Academy waited. They waited a little bit, and they waited for the knife to immediately come. The minute there was no knife, they peeked, and they lost a player due to the first pick. Like, obviously, the operator was there, and they were caught off guard. But following that, it was straight on calculated aggression. There was a player coming to link as well, just to help. And I think so that was Expiry who was walking through mid, getting a pick at mid as well, and completely catching Dual Cocoxa. And now we're going to see both teams on almost a full buy. So where it's going to be, like, do they anticipate the operator being in main? I think not.
Air knife shot out though. Expiry's continuing to push this and just dashes into the bomb site. That is going to be Sick Boy just escaping, but no, caught through the wall by Jojo. Chandy again with this operator, finding kills. And TGJ getting that spike down. It's going to be planted in the 4 versus 4. Door being broken out as well. Chandy flashed. And Molly coming through. This should be the kill onto Sin indeed. Suo finding that one. And this pressure is just constantly constricting TeamBash on this site, and Sovereign splashed out. Suo with 4 kills! 3 all in the end there, cleaning up house. We will cook, finding the 4th round, and that's 3 rounds to 1.
I mean, I'm just writing my notes right now, and I'm just realizing one thing. KO and Omen have played every single round at A until now. So and KJ has been at B. So now we're going to see Suo is going to do that again. So do they think now, like, okay, they're not contesting mid, they're neither contesting B main either. So I think they'll listen. Hey, if you can listen to me, do let me know, because then I cannot give out call out of the opponent. But talking about this, another thing to keep in mind is Jojo has a Fade Haunt, which they are not detecting at all. They're delaying the Fade Haunt as much as they can. And it's resulting in, they're not being detected, but this doesn't look good, does it? Having an operator right into your face. But, oops. Okay.
Sends him back, and well, that's the operator now noted. Shots ring out. Still got the dash, and
what?
Chris has found one with the shock dart. Oh no, that's bad for Sin. Expiry can't land anything with the Blade Storm. Sovereign's good for the Sheriff though. Top flash through the smoke for AC3, and he's been domed as well. Oh my word.
I mean, yeah, it was not a moment to hype up as much as I did, but the clear thing was realizing that, okay, there could be going a little bit late, and there could be a flash coming in our way. Just waiting for it and getting the pick was just in front, but now there's an orb of turrets, and clearly now they know where they could be. The Pioneer comes into play, but detects nobody, and now the push comes into play. It's Suyo against the wall, or is it? Shorty gets his man, and that is that. Chandy's come over. Chandy said, thank you very much. Even though I will it's very interesting. Now, they have an operator. The operator was at A main last round. This round, it was at B main.
Yeah.
Will they now expect it to be in arcs or in mid? Because if it does happen, and do they anticipate, like, do you think the risk of like, okay, we're going to contest it from both sides? And if they do, will it work in their favor? Because they have to get the op down. Like, it's right now not looking good for them, is it? Because every single round you can see they're getting a minimum of 1 or 2 picks.
Yeah, Chandy's doing pretty well in the start here. And if you just look at that scoreboard, no one really compares on the side of TeamBash, and it's kind of what you expect to happen when you've only got one round, and looks like the pressure will be coming through mid this time very quickly. Chandy could get on the receiving end of this, just sneak up the backside maybe. The hot flash comes through. Chris's mark taken down. Expiry with 1. Suo trades back, and Chandy a second with a blade storm. And again, he's just sneaking up from behind them. They had absolutely no idea, and now it's just Sovereign again in a 1 versus 3. This time a bit of better utility, but caught out by the shorty again. Chandy with 3, and again it's just that operator, shorty as well, and the blade storm finding 1 kill with each bit of weaponry they can. Well, I guess except the knife if you want to be like that, but 11-1 after 6 rounds. That's mental.
Yeah, there's double digits. Okay, another thing which you can add to it here. So the last round, if anybody want to realize how did Chandy get so much awareness, there was a smoke, there was a flash with the breach. That led on to a smoke being there put an A-link, and clearly nobody was contesting it, so they didn't even want to check it out. So as you can see right now, there is a smoke being put. That's when Chandy just went through mid, and he knew that he had the blades, and it could be a situation where market could be empty. He sees his man, and he comes back. That's all that's going to be there. And now you wonder, what can they do? Because before I end off, Asta, there's one thing which is very interesting. We see the same setups. The agents are at the same place every single round in defense.
Yeah. Oh. Apart from Chandy moving around, shifting, and still finding kills with the operator. What can you do against Chandy, who's just playing like this? 12 kills now. Opportunity for more. As we hit an impasse in the round. TeamBash, they're looking uncertain in what they want to do. Obviously, their buy isn't the best. They only are really stuck on these pistols. And it's because they can't even really... The rounds aren't even really close, even when they do have that full buy. So their economy is just being damaged again and again and again. This time, charge being led into B. Hopefully, Grizz should be ready for this. Has been flashed out, but Suo's inside a market. Should be there to protect it. The Sheriff shot's good, but Suo finds one with a Phantom. A second, spike down, not the third. Chandy finds it, though. And Jojo this time's the one in the clutch. It's a 1v3 again. Oh, consumed with the Sheriff. And it's still whipped, but Chandy's good for 3. Exactly 2 kills per round average, up to 14 and 7.
Oh lord, the attack don't know what to do. I think so we're coming onto that because you could see like there were like 40 seconds left and the attack was just like, okay, what can we fathom? Obviously it was a save. So either way, but another thing is like they are trying to contest mid. They did that last 2 rounds, the round before the round 7, if I'm not round 7, sorry, round 5. And it couldn't work. So now in round 7, you can clearly see that the default is the same. And like we have stated before, Chandy is now looking at mid, not A main. And this could bite them because now the haunt has detected already. The product is detected and the paranoia comes into way, the fragment comes, and this is what we're talking about. The fragment just delays it. And you can see like Chandy rotating with his team. And this doesn't look good now for the attack.
Expiry wasn't able to get up onto the box. TGJ baiting the plant. Upshot nearly comes through, protected by the generator. And there's Expiry. Control of Heaven, commanding this space and finding a pick. AC3's up through the window though. Needs to be careful of this Sin. Expiry again. They're getting these picks. Suo at least finds one back. The Upshot is bringing 3 somehow. In the middle of this round, we will cook her back in it. Jojo and to try and hold on with TGJ. The spike plant is good for them sitting inside a garden. And there comes a Prowler as well. Shots come through. Suo looking for the ace, and I think the timer just getting too far done for them now. Jojo cleaning up at the end of things. But that was dangerous. That was, and more importantly, it was costly for TeamBash. 3 players dying there. It's going to be a painful buy coming back into this one, but yeah, they can't even get it. They can't even get it done fully. Look at that.
The interesting part over here is look at how they play on the post land. Expiry gets a pick, goes down, and immediately they're contesting heaven. The interesting part is over here, Jojo and TGJ, oh my god, I can't even say his name that well. Omen per se was waiting. They were waiting in this link area. They were looking at, okay, should we go up heaven? And you could see that they were trying to think about it. The A link was quite useful. And but they waited. And the Fade knew the minute the pick comes, send in the Prowler, it's going to delay the plant. And that's what happened. Interesting pick.
That's not good, is it? Expiry's gone onto the site, but TeamBash are just hemorrhaging players inside of tree, and it's the spike down as well. As quickly as it comes, it's another round for We Will Cook. TeamBash just momentary salvation for themselves, and WWC back to their winning ways. And yeah, the timeout comes through possibly a bit later than I would have expected, but they are just going to have the chance to talk about things here.
One thing, I mean, I say one thing, but ideally now you look at the map. The mini map is showing a very interesting picture. They have rotated the setup. KJ, so now you realize that, okay, they're playing on the synergy of KJ and Sova in defense, and it's going to be Omen and KO together with Jet roaming around, looking at these angles, getting a shot, traveling back, and rotating through spawn. What is interesting now is what you have to watch is how do they make the most, because I think so we can agree that TeamBash Academy have a very attack-oriented lineup. Now, if the initiators cannot initiate a play, there aren't plans going down. You have to question what was the main goal, or what was the ideology by having a duelist and the initiators and just Omen. Because what's now going to happen on defense is that they might not have as much as utility as they thought, because they are, if you look at the map, it's 7-2. At max, you can go 7-5. You get the pistol down, they go to 7 all. And then what?
That is the question. That's the question, isn't it?
Exactly.
Get out of my way!
Chandy getting incredibly aggressive here in B. The smokes come through. Expiry's popped the Blade Storm. But A, successfully notated. Expiry missing the generator again. But no, it shouldn't matter. Chris, just looks away at the wrong time. The flash comes through, and there's only a little bit of damage. The Sheriff's doing the work again for TeamBash. Sick Boy catches out Jojo lurking in mid. And that's the door down as well. That's going to at least allow the spike to get planted. But the retake is looking to come through heavily from heaven with just Chandy over here constricting things by lurking inside a link. And well, it's at the moment it looks like 83 is just going to clean them all up. It's now all down to TGJ finding another with this Sheriff doing incredibly well for himself, but the recon bolt is going to end things there. Not much you can really expect on that pistol buy. Maybe the Blade Storm could have come through in at least a little bit from Expiry, but Chandy is still cooking. And Suo's up to join him as well. 11 kills.
11 kills, and that is what one team has got players who are hitting double digits, the others are just wondering what more can they do. And clearly, I think so they didn't even anticipate the switch up. And I think so they're going to keep the switch up now. So now they're going to put pressure. One thing to keep in mind is, I say one thing, why am I, it feels like deja vu for me now, but they're not contesting B main at all. There's no presence there. So now you can see, I believe they're going to see the smoke coming in, a very deep smoke. But as said, that's going to allow him to push forward, and that's what they're going to expect. Clearly, we're going to see Omen, the defending Omen, just go on to site. And if so,
yeah,
we're going to just delay the push.
You see, they hits yet again, and Expiry doesn't even know that Suo is sitting in the back of the site. Just overlooking that position, Spike's rotating to B, but that's a very costly hit over towards A, and well, they've got to go the long way round because Chandy's watching through mid.
It There's no form of detection. It's very nice that Sick Boy can already anticipate that, okay, there could be a push, he's keeping his smokes ready. But clearly, I think so. If he can hear any form of footsteps or any form of util being used, Chandy is going to be called, change your POV, and I think so. We are going to see the ults just coming into their way, and if it does, it's going to detect one person and nothing more and nothing less. But clearly now, Omen, I think so. Omen has a teleport, so that's what he's waiting for. The minute they get entry into the side, he's going to be down backside, and Sick Boy's going to be left alone. He cannot hear anything. Will he able to see anything? Let's find out.
30 seconds left.
The flash didn't hit. The flash didn't hit him. Sick Boy's found one. Chanty's there as well. Just the Omen, Sick Boy, stalling enough to allow Chandy to come through, find that second pick. Sovereign solo HP, notated out, but the knife is out for AC3, and that's going to allow a bit of KO and KO action, and the spike to go down on B as well. Still a 2 versus 3, making it 1 versus 3 as Sovereign's gone down. TGJ's in such a difficult situation, and Chris is there. It's not looking good for Team Bash. We will cook, they find 9, and looking to push double digits in some of this half.
Okay, I was just trying to wonder over here. I believe like before using the Nightfall, maybe just maybe Joe could use the haunt and detect if there's somebody. If there's one person, you know where they are, and immediately you should be putting the Nightfall into another angle, and maybe they could have immediately at that point detected Chandy, because if they detected Chandy, you would not get the option when they were entering onto site. So that is something which I think these are small, tiny little things which they have to keep in mind if they want to play. But as such, the funny part over here is Suo has literally held on to her lockdown the entire game. She had it from like one of the first rounds, and she didn't use it at all. But clearly this op is gonna get a man. How
Gold line comes through, but he's just in the smoke with a shorty. Pop flash out just to try and keep people back, and lovely shots from Sin. Expiry taking him down. Finally, Chandy's felled. And here comes the Hunter's Fury. We've been holding on to that all game as well. And, well, that's Sin going down 2 versus 3 for We Will Cook. Still disadvantageous for them, but not necessarily entirely detrimental. Still a workable comeback for this defensive side. But for Team Bash, maybe a 9-3 half is all they need. There's no opportunity for a save, and what a shot from Zuo. Continuing to frag out when Chandy's down.
They have to use the lockdown. I mean, I'm so sorry to intervene, but they have to use it. But the paranoia comes into play. But that is bad. They don't even need it. They don't even need it. It's gonna end 10-2 to We Will Cook. Oh, how nice of you, Suo. Means a lot because she's now used the lockdown.
Yeah.
I mean, when Pasta, we were just talking about how, like, previous games and their score, like, till now it looked good because Team Bash currently has won 2 of the games. So has We Will Cook has won 3 of the games.
Yeah.
It felt like it would be a close affair, but this doesn't look like a close affair at all.
No.
You got a demon in the name of Chandy just being like, yep, just give me a little bit of Chandy and I'm just gonna enjoy. Now, Chandy is just proving how you should play as an operator. Rotate as much as you can, you don't get a pick, track back and pray to God that nobody's shooting at you, and have your teammates come with you. That's what we've seen over here. Imagine if Chandy was there and he was like, I'm all alone, guys, I'm isolated. AC3 is immediately there with the flashes, and clearly you can see that. 7 assists. That clearly goes to show that he's helping out his team as well. But now let's see, how do Team Bash Academy, with this composition, play on defense?
Well, this is almost a must-win round for Team Bash Academy. The pistol in the second half.
What are we seeing? They have given...
What?
Okay, I don't know.
Okay, so
what on earth is happening?
It's a 5-man push through mid from Team Bash, but it's a 5-man push into A from We Will Cook. Interesting. I just want to point out how unsuccessful the entries into A were from Team Bash in that first half, and they basically have to do the exact same thing again. We have the mollies, we have possibly a fragment will come through as well. No, that's all entirely used up, but still, you have the mollies coming through to prevent that push in. And this time, they're on a time limit. Only 45 seconds for that spike to come down, and caught in the back there. Finding picks, it's now a 2 versus 3. Chandy's now going to be dropping down, the frenzy coming through, but TGJ sticking it, has to get off, and it's halved. He possibly could have stuck that, but in the end, It is going to be We Will Cook. They find the pistol, they find their 11th round on Team Bash's map pick, where, let's face it, Team Bash Academy look completely absent.
Absent is an understatement. I am really confused right now because when you're playing on defense and you're going through mid, fine, do a backstab. But they could have had control of A link when the plant was going down, but they gave that away as well. So I don't like. Okay, you're contesting a power side, and clearly what you're talking. Are we going to see another mid push? Okay, I am completely baffled by this, but they're going to be very interesting because the free round comes into way, and clearly now everybody's wondering what is happening. So let's see.
Oh god. Okay. Expiry's in a tough spot, but Suo's panning through the smoke, and there's the push out coming through. Everyone being felled here in middle. It's an absolute disaster class from We Will Cook. Somehow, Team Bash Academy have found their way into that round. The force buy worked for him. But Shandy's up to 20 picks, and Suo's on 18. And We Will Cook, they have that buffer. They have a lot of rounds to fight back if things don't necessarily go their way. They can afford to save. Whereas Team Bash Academy, they have to fight for every last round because otherwise it'll be over before they know it.
I mean, last game when I was commentating, we saw a team pull 8 rounds in a row. The score ended 12-0. They got the score to 12-8, and that's where the game ended. So if Team Bash can get the next 8 rounds, it goes to 11 all. And if we see that, oh baby, the mental is going to be questioned by every single viewer of the chat today. But yeah, clearly you look over here, and the aggression did work. But now you can see they are playing even more aggressive over here. Team Bash Academy are playing together as a team. But any noise, any form of suppression that is there, it's going to affect. And clearly Sin knows what is... Oh my god!
Okay.
PGJ with a spray and a Hail Mary which has worked in his favor.
He's just a knower. He just knows. And that's put Team Bash Academy in a pretty good spot for this one. Obviously, they have a better buy. For it. Suo might catch out TJ. Yeah, but no. Yeoman will remain unmoved with 2 massive picks and Sick Boy. Well, this one seems pretty over. Just going to sit in the corner with a classic. Not much else that you can really do in this situation, is there?
I mean, there isn't much, and I think so. This... Okay, Sick Boy... Let us just see what all abilities he has right now. Because if you look at the ability which Sick Boy could be having, how does he play this round? There's nothing he can do actually. There's actually nothing. With the classic, he's just pray to God that nobody gets him.
Yeah.
Or he should be going down, getting a pick and then going down. But does he go down? He goes down, and it's a flawless for Team Bash Academy. Another 7 rounds to go. But this setup by them on the sides is working in their favor. It is showing us that maybe, just maybe, this defense, this what seemed to be a very attacking-minded team composition, has more effect in defense. But clearly over here, another... Okay, this is very interesting. We are seeing... What we can tell about Team Bash Academy is they love mid. They love mid control. They don't want there to be a split. You can clearly see even... How do I put it? Sovereign is there at A link on a Guardian. So let's see what happens.
PGJ just with the teleport. He's going to get caught out by the knife. And the fragment's going to deal some damage as well. And look at how many of these We Will Cook players are marked by the haunt there. So they know that B's coming. However, we do have Sick Boy rotating through that attacker spawn. And they could possibly catch at least Jojo off guard here. Just peeking in from top mid, but seems like that position has been noted. Challengey as well with the Vandal nearly getting called out by TGJ. Just the Spectre in hand, and yeah, that's a difficult one. Called out by the Molly, not enough HP to TP away. We Will Cook sitting firmly in the lead in this one. This time, Suo will use the lockdown at earliest opportunity, clearing out that B site, forcing Sin to just watch from this market position, and well, he's going to have to dip away shortly as well. Chandy now knows that there's no one on the site. Lockdown doesn't detain anyone. This is market position yet again. Chris finding 2. Expiry at least getting one back, but we will cook still in a commanding position here. It's a 2 versus, making a 1 versus 4. Can't even finish my sentence as Sick Boy comes up the backside and taking down Sovereign for the win, for the map point. I'm going to point it out again. We will cook up 12-4 on TeamBash Academy's map pick. That's ridiculous.
I mean, it is ridiculous because you just tend to wonder, like, what is happening? Like, how are we going so one-sided? And clearly, then you tend to realize that, oh wait, okay, this composition, like, no matter how much you can stack with, that somebody's going to realize that, okay, they're playing, giving away so much control at mid. So ideally, you have to just take an Omen Smoke and put it into the entry into market. Do that, and you got you got B-side completely to yourself. But TGJ is all alone. The suppression comes into his way, and he has to fall back, and that is where the aggression comes. Now, ideally, Omen is quite far away from his team. So either he's going to be playing on the flank, trying to get information through mid, and then using all the ability that they have, they're going to just push onto site and show them like a complete entourage. You could see the lineups. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, Chandy got on the site. TGJ though, lovely pick to take down the spike, called out through the wall. They see 3. And that should be, yeah, Suez getting fired down, Expiry finding op shots, and these defensive jets and the operator name a better combo. This certainly is proving pivotal for this defensive side. However, in the 3 versus 4, we will cook still have some pretty good positions. But now that Suo is taken down, Chandy has to have his head on a swivel. AC3 finding 1, but it's Expiry with the shorty. He finds these picks. Sovereign's getting that defused. It should only be a matter of time. And there it is, TeamBash Academy up to 5. It's a long, long road ahead of them if they want to claim back their own map pick.
Okay, we know the drill. Stick to your roles and we'll crush it.
I'm trying to wonder where did the attack go wrong, because when you think about it, that was a good execute, but I think so they had to get Sovereign, but they didn't on time, and that just backfired for them. If by chance Sick Boy waited a bit more, I thought that the patience of Sick Boy, he would have waited just a little bit more. He would have caught Expiry, track him back, and at that point the flank was initiated. But you have to think as a flank, when do I peek or when do I not? And now Expiry is taken out. Okay, what on earth?
Well, that's a pretty good pick. It's almost a shame that it's onto the KO, because anyone else would obviously be downed. He's got the null command active. Jojo through the smoke though, finding the shots. IC3 down for good this time, and Expiry has found the pick. Suo, ooh, it's a little bit awkward, but shots still land. Sin one back as well. TeamBash Academy still doing pretty well for themselves. The Sovereign cleans it up inside of the B-bomb site, and well, TeamBash Academy, the momentum is starting, but every round is just another opportunity for We Will Cook to take the map. Still 6 more to go if we want to see overtime. And, well, I'm going to ask you this, Dracorexia. Are we going to see that OT, or will We Will Cook shut it out here in regulation?
I mean, we all want to see a close game, and I always tell I like seeing close games. Okay, hold up. Okay, that was interesting. The op is now going to Omen, and I don't think they're not anticipating, because the minute Jet, they're like, okay, Jet is there, the op shot doesn't work in their favor and immediately has to track back. TGJ has to be like, okay, fine. But here's what's interesting, he's breaking the trapdoor. It's like, I know for a matter of fact, you're going to use this form of the map. You're going to take advantage of this door. But now clearly we are seeing this happen again and again. This is like a reload of the pistol round. Only difference is this time, instead of coming from A main, they're coming through A late. That has changed stuff. Let's find out.
Oh, the Rolling Thunder as well. A lot of ultimates expended through round where your opposition is only sitting with pistols. Chandy did have the Blade Storm, not able to find anything from it. And Expiry here just sitting on the spike, diffusing that away, and We Will Cook have absolutely no way in. And well, yeah, again, you had the Blades, you had the Rolling Thunder, you had the Nightfall as well. Both of those being used up against Sheriffs and Classics.
You
again,
could say it's a utility dump.
One, Matt.
I mean, you could say it's a utility dump. and you could
Yeah.
say like, hey, they did it a lot, which fair use they might have, and maybe you didn't need so many abilities or ultimates to be invested in this round, because now you're putting yourself in a situation that you have no abilities for the post plant. The only thing they have right now is the null command by Sovereign. That's it, by KO. So as such, now that they know that there is presence in mid as well by Jojo. Jojo has been incredible on the Fade. I'm just going to say this.
Yeah.
Fade has been incredible, but now he has to run. The lockdown is in place, and they have nothing to counter it. No form of utility is ever going to stop the lockdown now. Only
Yeah,
expiry with
absolutely.
an op, and a prayer, and a dream, and a no scope, which could work in their favor. And
Goes in instead. Duo going down. Sin can't land that one. AC3 is there for it. But the spike is still down in B main.
oh,
And Jojo from CT is making it difficult for We Will Cook to get back into this one. 12-7. And, well, it looks like it might be 12-8. And then suddenly overtime only 4 rounds away. Unless AC3 can get something massive in these final 45 seconds of round 20. It's not going to happen. TGJ's there. And yet again, We Will Cook not able to get across the line. They always say that the hardest rounds to win, the first and the last. They're going for another save, maybe? Sick Boy has the Bulldog and everyone else is just opting for some like SMGs, pistols. I don't know. This is an interesting sort of spread of things. It seems like We Will Cook, they're not really sure of themselves what to do.
I mean, you can wonder where how do I put it? You can wonder where what can be done, what could be done, because Expiry has shown even on the op, he is a force to reckon with. But now,
Those defense
how do you play?
ops.
It's just too good, man. But clearly, you need to. I think so, we need to see TeamBash are playing quite restricted. I think so it's another save round for We Will Cook. But now, what you have to realize is you have to swarm in as a team. You just have to pray to God that the op is not on your side. And I think so. The flash down the play detects nobody, but it gets one and
God.
the retreat.
Expiry is just too good. But that was all a distraction to draw the rotations away. You can see players coming back through CT. Sin's on his way. The Haunt is going to come through as well. Stalled out in B main. This advantage that We Will Cook could have had on the B site from that distraction is completely wasted now. And what are they going to do about it?
30 seconds
Breeze
left.
is kind of backing away a little bit, but there's no time to rotate realistically. They're going to have to force the fights here. Only Sheriffs. You do have Sick Boy in mid, waiting for some sort of flank, but you know, Expiry's kind of watching that mid area, and Sin, while flashed, still able to get the kills. Doesn't even matter. And there's another one for Kriz. He's taken off the board. Sick Boy tries to find something. Oh, there's one. Expiry's not able to get the shot through the wall, but absolutely zero time for it. And, well, no life either, just Jojo taking him away. 12-9. And this is looking more and more likely. Only really, I'd say 2 more opportunities for We Will Cook to save off this overtime. You have this round here, round 22, and then that round 24 at the end of things. Otherwise, yeah, we will get to that OT, and well, look where the momentum is headed entirely in the hands of TeamBash Academy. This one is looking a lot closer than we thought at the half, Dracorexia.
I am caught a bit off guard, but
Expiry is just what? What?
Spike down A.
they're confident.
On
And that's what
Earth.
they are confident. And that what they left the spike. They know where the spike is. They're like, yep, we don't need the spike. But now we're gonna get control everywhere else on the map. The Haunt detects nobody, and this could not look good. If Jojo knows the timing, he realizes he's Chandy, and he's like, okay, I'm backing out. I am backing out. I need to play as a team. But clearly, we can see the amount of aggression that's there. TGJ has got an opportunity. Oh, but he is giving away. And it's fine. You can stay next to Generator because Sovereign has got control of... Yeah, he's got... okay, the op is rotating in their team, which is good to see. But this Flash coming into it, I don't think so even they... Chandy doesn't even know that there's anybody on site. If they do not detect that he's there, it's not gonna work good, is it now? And because Smoker doesn't even detect Sin! Oh no!
Oh my god, that was so close! But Chandy is there for it. TGJ's now left on the site and Chandy's still pushing further. TeamBash, they might be down and out about this one. Jojo, TGJ have things to say about it. And Sick Boy's still left in mid. Spike is still in A main. And he's only got 14 HP to his main. There is no way of coming out of this one. Just save the Vandal for next because the rest of the
10
team are
seconds
not
left.
going to have the credits for any substantial buy. At least one Vandal would greatly bolster the team's defenses, but this one looks like it's going to come down all the way to round 26, all the way down.
Oh my.
12 or 13, 11, because, well, the economy is in the bin yet again for We Will Cook. Actually, no, they do have a buy. They do have a buy for this one.
They do have a very broken buy, and that is simply because of. So when you lose more than 3 rounds, like you start getting like the max loss bonus, and that is where they are right now. They
Yeah.
are literally playing on max. So ideally, right now, this would be my suggestion: was not go for the Vandal and rather go for a Bulldog with the half shield, so you can play this round and the next round also on Bulldogs, and then you can
Yeah.
go for like on 12th round on overtime. On actually, it's going to be overtime. So like this round you go on Bulldogs,
Yeah.
and next round you go on.
This is the last
yeah.
chance balloon, really, isn't it? Because
Exactly.
if
They
this
have.
one goes down the bin, then they have absolutely nothing. for
Oh,
round
that
24.
smoke wasn't a good. Okay, now it covers onto side. Okay, I thought for a second like it was showing on the. Is it? Yeah, it is covering. Okay, fine. No, it's not. I was right. It is not covering the entirety. So they have got a pocket of information, but the Pioneer comes into way, and immediately you can clearly see Jojo's trying to get mid control, and he realizes that nobody's mid, so he's going to rotate to his team. And Chandy is right here onto side. He has to get his pick first team, being a bit more aggressive. He sees one, gets one, so gets another, and this could be it. And with
Yeah,
the
Duo
Hunter
is
Fury,
so low, still gets the spike down. 5 versus 3. Hunter's Fury coming through as well from Chris. Doesn't get the tags on anyone, but they absolutely know that it's going to be a heaven push. Alarm bot is going to reveal that position as well. At least some sort of
what?
damage. Actually, Chandy falls to the aftershock. Inquiry Singh has found 3 in the round. Rolling Thunder through to A main. Chris, you've got to get out there, buddy. And Sin's sticking the defuse. Somehow, Team Bash Academy are going to win this round. What on earth is going on?
Nah, fam, alam, nah. That was a beautiful round, played to the T, and that is how you play with a man disadvantage. Even with an
Wow.
they had an aftershock and they used it at the right moment. They got Chandy through that. It was not any weapon, it was abilities. Then they go under heaven and they get AC3. And now you're like Chris has used his Hunter Fury, not thinking about the post plan. And that has bitten him back because they didn't get a pick as well. So now with a very much a broken boy, very much a situation which they didn't expect them to be. Nor me, I didn't expect it at all.
No, I thought that was over. I thought it was GG.
Oh my god, that is one of the best rounds I have. Okay, interesting. No, that's a very interesting. No, that's a very interesting ultimate because he wanted to just get information of mid because nobody's mid. So you going over there, he expected somebody to break his ultimate, but nobody did. So he's like, okay, nobody's here. And the ultimate has been used by Killjoy, and this is the only place where you can see the lockdown being initiated. There's little more. There's nothing more that they can do right now. They have to wait for the plan, and it's going to be a 5v5 retake. How are they going to push into the side? That's what we have to think about. But guess what? On lesser weaponry, can they do it? Can We Will Cook not overcook their steak, or have they undercooked it? Let's just find out.
Yeah, Chandy does have the Blade Storm, let's not forget. Caught out by the Haunt, the Prowler spots as well, but no more utility, as we do have that null command coming through. Chandy, good for one. Jojo trading, Chris in hell is going to get another. Jojo again finding the trades, and he's on for a third as well with AC3 going down. Nightfall out. TGJ is good for it. We are going to be going to overtime here, Dracorexia, because Stick Boy can't get anything done. Jojo.
The timing?
There's no time.
No.
There's no time.
Attackers win.
Oh my god! I was waiting for it because I was
Big
hearing it ticking.
With that final kill, Expiry couldn't get the trade quick enough.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Now that's what I'm talking about. That's
We're
what I'm
not
going
going
to
to overtime, I guess. I was wrong. What a way
You don't
to
call it a
end
comeback. You don't call it a comeback unless
course.
it's a comeback. That's one thing which I've learned. I never call it a comeback until it's a comeback. But my oh my oh my oh my, that Nightfall has backfired so hard for them because they used if he was onto side and used the Nightfall, they could have stuck it. But guess what? They didn't. They waited and they waited and they couldn't get him down. But by the time the op shot was done, the spike was already close to detonating, and that is that in the most anticlimactic way ever. We have seen one of the
Anticlimactic? That was very climactic.
anticlimactic ways because we expected to be like, okay, overtime. You were
true.
thinking it's overtime, but
That's
guess
true,
what?
but I mean, it was still a thrilling way to end, that's for sure.
I mean, I don't want to take anything away from We Will Cook, but that was one of the best. I mean, I'm going to say this as a caster. This is one of the thing which I'm going to keep a highlight of because this was amazing and it was a fun watch. But on the other hand, we have to talk about the mental of Team Bash Academy. Whenever I've casted a game, we have not gone to map 3. If Team Bash Academy get this map, the second one, and I think so they could because the momentum was so much on their side.
Yeah,
we could be going to a map 3. And if we do, it's going to be fun. And I can't wait for it.
Problem is, heading into Haven, obviously, Team Bash has now lost their own map pick, and that will be playing on their minds as well. The momentum, yes, it was in their way, but losing that round after being so close can be incredibly tilting, is the way I want to say it. So heading into Haven, it is going to be We Will Cook's map pick. And as far as I'm aware, they have a pretty good record on it. Team Bash Academy, the only time they've played Haven, they lost it to Eternals last week, 13-7. This time they're going to be starting on the attack, where they failed to win a single round last week. That's another thing to mention, although they were up against Eternals, who... I'm just going to throw out this stat again, because it's absolutely ridiculous. Eternals haven't lost a defense on Haven, and they've played it in each one of their 4 games, and they still haven't lost a round on defense on Haven. So, you know, you can kind of give Team Bash a little bit of a buy in there. Just go, you know, it's Eternals on Haven on defense. You know, you're not really going to be able to get much in there. But yeah, that's the only sort of track record that we have from it. And in terms of We Will Cook, it's a 13-11 win against Team Sakura. And yeah, that's absolutely it. So pretty good for We Will Cook. Obviously a little bit more sketchy for Team Bash, but it should be a fairly even playing field. But after that Ascent, I have absolutely no idea what to expect.
I mean, at this point, I was just looking at... I mean, this might be a bit of an inception, but I'm looking at the past... Like I'm looking at the live stream right now, and we just saw the round ending. And I can see everybody's just going bonkers. Like, in the chat, it was very fun to watch that. So yeah, I will just say this. We'll take a short break, and we'll be right back with Map 2. And stay tuned. Take care. Get water. Get any beverage that you like, or any food.
Yeah.
Because We Will Cook are cooking.
Yeah.
They are cooking. They nearly overdid it. They overcooked. But it was just about right there. Right the medium well done. It was close to being well done. It's medium well done. But that's fine. But guess what? It's an academy they're facing.
Yeah.
You don't know. They're prodigies. They could be. You never know. So yeah, we'll be back after the shop break.
Stay hydrated.
Artificial love, we just make it up. Cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch of artificial love. We just make it up. Cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up. Cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch. Cause we already lost, addicted to the rush. I never meant to fall. All I wanted was a touch. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up. Cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. How can you know what's in our mind? When in between the good and bad, there's such a thin line. How can you know what's in our heart? When often hate motivates and love tears you apart. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. We just make it up. Cause reality will never be good enough. And even if it was, we just mess it up. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love. Artificial love.
Welcome back, everyone, to the stream. We had a banger ascent. Map 1, in case you missed it, was a 13-11 win from We Will Cook against TeamBash Academy. It should have gone to overtime, but they just had no time to defuse the spike. So we're heading to map 2. We Will Cook's map pick is Haven. We'll have the agent select for you very shortly. But in the meantime, yeah, let's just digest that first map again a bit, because wowee, that was ridiculous.
I mean, how do I put it? It was best made to not overcook. That's all. It was a beautiful delicacy for us to swallow. And then at the end, we got an aftertaste, which was like a kick of spice. Like, that was it. Like, that was this game, if you had to talk in food manners. But immediately now we're going into the maps agent select, and clearly expiry is going back on Jet, and I think so we're going to see the same on Chandy. Hold
Yeah.
up. Okay, this is interesting. They're planning to go. Okay,
Is this the exact same composition from...
no, the only difference was KO has
Oh,
been
yeah,
swapped
KO
for
to
Sky, and that's very interesting to see that they are going for the same composition on Haven, which makes sense. It does make sense, and we'll get to why it makes sense as well. But on the other hand, Serverine has gone to the Breach. Interesting. Do we see like the synergy between Breach and Jet? Because if you're playing a Jet, you need to have stuns. But we've gone with Astra over T. Okay, interesting. Very interesting.
Well, I have to say, after the game last week, I saw TeamBash Academy on Haven, and Expiry was doing well. I actually really like the team seemed to gel quite well on their roles, at least on the defensive side. Again, attacking, it didn't really work out too well against Eternals, who still continue to have 100% defensive win rate on Haven. So it's not... I can't read too much into it just because of how well Eternals have been doing on that side in the past, but especially on their attacks, they looked very, very well drilled on this map. So... yeah, we'll have to wait for the second half to see that really come to light, and this is where I'm the most interested about, again, because I didn't get to see TeamBash Academy really get going on the attack, and then We Will Cook is just a complete unknown quantity to me. So, yeah, very, very exciting matchup, this one.
I just tend to wonder, okay, Suo has decided to play Garage and B, right? Normally you tend to see KJ anchoring C side. So it's going to be interesting because they are planning for a B push as well. So I think so in this, that clearly means to say that the stun comes into place and immediately Suo has to be pushed away. But does it detect anybody? No. Because obviously it's in Garage. So a bit of a funny call out by me, but there is that. And they already have the plan down. Time to play on all the util.
Yeah, what limited util you can buy in the pistol round. The first molly comes out, and it's going to set it down, and TGJ has these stars as well. Suo sticking onto the plant, at least halves it before getting out of the way, and successfully dodges at least most of that. But here comes the grab well as well. Sin now pushing in. Beautiful from Dojo with the shock dart. Chandy's getting things done in the meantime, but I just feel like time might just run out for this one. It's continuing to tick away. Chris has to sit on it, and there is going to be the end of round 1. TeamBash Academy find the first win here. The spike explodes on B. We still have 2 players left alive on the attacking side.
And luckily they go back with Ghost, so I think so they're a bit more happy because the second... Okay, what is Expiry planning to do with a Vandal? Okay, hold up. Lad. What? Okay. I mean, we saw the Operator come in by Chandy in the 3rd round. And we are already... Okay. And we are winning a Vandal. Okay, this is interesting. Okay.
We've got the
Now... exactly, but you can see the util which how Suo's playing. He's focusing on Garage, and this time he only has a turret, and there's nothing more to do there. And AC3 gets detected. Okay, interesting. Did he not want to get detected, or he wanted to just be like show fake presence over there? Let's find out.
Yeah, and Expiry's in with Vandal already. 2 picks right off the bat. And Sovereign's got the spike down now as well. We Will Cook, obviously, not necessarily expected too much from this one. Jojo is going to get caught out by Chandy on this Marshall. But that star going down is just gonna freak Chandy out. Has
Last
to get him
player
away.
standing.
TGJ is cleaning up on the site, and yeah, this one is should be done and dusted. Chandy at least taking out TGJ, and then
What?
another. Hold on a second. Still two players left. Yeah, this should.
Whoa!
There's
No
no
scope.
time though.
Aw.
There's no time, and Sovereign's got the kill with the Bulldog anyway.
Oh,
Costly
they lost the
though.
Vandal.
Very costly. Yeah, they dropped the Vandal, which is probably the main thing there. The rest of the
And
team
the-
on Sheriffs, and then the one Bulldog.
Right there.
That's what
I'm trying. I'm just trying to understand over here. I mean, Sky gives you a lot of, like, if you look Sky right now on the map, where she is, she's going to give you a lot of information of A long. Like, you can get so much information using a flash or like even a
For
dog. But over here, the interesting thing is Sue is focusing all her util on garage. Like, you see, this is the second time I've seen this. So my curious wonder is this: like, are they anticipating this push? And if they do, the alarm obviously, wow, the turret comes into play and destroys nearly all util. The turret goes down, and now they know that Sue was right here. They could be anticipating it, and they do just that.
Okay.
Ooh.
Suo and Sovereign
Spike planted.
gets the second pick as well. Riz though does find one onto Sin. However, this is more rifles headed back to TeamBash. Obviously, you only had the one Bulldog. Everyone else was on the Sheriff, so bit of a better buy. The flash does come through to catch out one, but Sovereign's there with a Vandal. Found 3 in the round, and well, this is a much better attack inside from TeamBash than just a few days ago. Now they have a full buy.
I mean, I'll say this. The one thing which I really noted in this round was when they're playing the post plant. I don't know if you saw this, but Sovereign uses flash, and they double peek. Even though they know that okay, there was only AC3 over there or Chris over there in garage, they double peek, and this is what you want to see. The fundamental, like when you don't need to isolate, you need to trade your teammate. There's no point of hiding back. Sometimes it's fine to play faster, but sometimes you have to take for the aim dudes. And now clearly the economy is not looking good. And Shandy already getting his man. Thank you very much. Says the Jet, and now Jet has not been detected, but oh!
Nice
Okay,
shot
wow,
from Suo.
Someone can clip that and be like, yes, soundboard activated. But I think he's not going to expire. Oh! Okay. Thank you very much. What on earth is happening?
No! Jojo is suddenly in a 1v4. How on earth?
All of them are quite low.
This is terrible. Oh my god! Jojo's now line them up, knock them down. It's a Skittles alley. And there's the Aldrone finding the tag onto one. Oh, the shot dart could end it. Indeed it does! The 1v4 coming on through. And that one looked very, very close. But hey, Team Bash Academy, they were riding that wave. Jojo, an incredible performance in the late round to get their team over the line and really snatching victory from the jaws of defeat inside of that round, because that should not have panned out that way. The whole of that round shouldn't have panned out that way. From the kills with Sheriffs and Frenzies to the clutch at the end of it. Ludicrous. Absolutely ludicrous. Insane. Stupid, even.
I'ma just say this. Oh, this is very much.
Ooh.
We are in JoJo's world, and we are just living in it. Because, by God, that he knew that the players were low, and he isolated every single fight. And even, how do I put it? Even the trade, even like making sure that okay, you know what, I'm not going to peek aggressively, but he does that and getting like the bullet trade. How do you do that? How do you do it? It's a beautiful thing
I wish
to
I was
watch.
that good at Valorant. I'm gonna be honest. I wish I had those
Spike
skills.
planted.
It's even his awareness. It's not even just his skills, it's awareness.
Ooh, okay, a little bit whiffy, but Jojo is good for the cleanup. Oh god, AC3 is having a tough time of it. Chandy, just save the op, my friend. It's not worth the peak there. And look at the rest of the team is hunting him down. Jojo might get caught out here. The rest of the team, yeah, they're just gonna swarm around this corner. Oh no, Chandy. Just looking at the mini map, it's just a full-on chase scene right now.
Okay. Okay, the op shot is not working.
Shots again.
Oh, look at that. Look at Astraja waiting over there. Okay.
Yeah, okay, Chandy's good for one. And Spike goes off in the meantime.
Oh!
Great flick as well, and he's able to save the op for that next round. Expiry tries to get some wallbangs through, but what a comedic end to that round. 5-0 though for Team Bash Academy. This is an entirely new look from this team.
Last round on attack, they won just 2 rounds. Yeah, 2 rounds.
Yeah.
They won 2 rounds. They are on par to literally triple that already, and clearly they are, like I said, they have the momentum in their favor. And I think so. Now they are becoming ruthless and they are hungry. They are suddenly like, okay, if you're okay.
Duo.
Sorry.
He's
Duo,
still hitting
I'm
those
sorry.
shots. He's still doing well, but Jojo and Expiry, yeah, they've been kind of popping as well. And it's now 4 versus 3 for Team Bash.
Jojo has been, in my eyes, he's one of the few players who I want to watch more games of now. When I'm going to get an opportunity, I'm just going to watch him. What on earth am I seeing in front of my eyes? But I think so that doesn't matter because Spidey is right there and the plant should be coming down anytime.
This is...
But Chandy
Spike planted.
is just waiting.
And yep, the Hunter's Fury going to come through to destroy the lockdown. Good use of the counter ult there. And yeah, that's kind of left We Will Cook with absolutely nothing. Suo's incredibly low. Chandy
Last player
just
standing.
sitting in there. And there's the shock dart yet again. Oh, he just loves using those shock darts, doesn't he, Jojo? Up to 11 kills in these 6 rounds. And We Will Cook definitely gonna want to time out after that one. Have a bit of a breather because Team Bash Academy looks so deadly on this attack inside Haven. They've clearly worked on things since last week because, yeah, they didn't win a single round on their attacks last week on this map. And this time, well, they've got every single one so far.
I am just gonna say this. I am very, 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 very interested to say this. Jojo, if you have a chance, if you by any chance not having a channel, please put your content out because this is some amazing clips that you're gonna have. But getting into this game, one thing which you have to keep in mind is the attack is completely the defense is completely disjointed. There's some moments where you feel like, okay, AC3 can get control of A-Long, but they don't. Chris can try, doesn't work in their favor. And now you just tend to wonder, what can they do? You have a Killjoy, but he cannot even anchor sight. And whenever they see a Killjoy, the most of the util is being focused on Garage. But there's something where they're not even looking into Garage. Not a lot. They're either trying to have a situation where they're planting at A or at C. So now having the buy that you do, you need to realize that, okay, fine. I have to give away a lot of control. And that is fine. You can lose this and it's going to come 7-0. But you have to some way have some form of getting map control, like over here. Like the flash comes into play and Chandy's missed all the shots.
Oh no.
And he goes down. And you can clearly see that he didn't have the support. He didn't have the support which he needed. And clearly this has backfired harder than they expected it to.
Yeah, absolutely. You'd hope you can at least trade yourself out, get one before going down. Oh, AC3's in a tough spot. Sick boy. The Spectre finally lands on the Sin. The
Ouch.
TP isn't quick enough. Jojo's there again. We Will
Last
Cook
player standing.
are looking absent on their own map pick here. With Jojo finding another, again, reminder, that Ascent was Team Bash Academy's last map pick. This time, We Will Cook are just nowhere to be found on their own map. Both of these teams are faltering it so hard on their own map. Somehow.
It feels like the pressure might have gotten to them of their own pick, but I think so. It's, you know what, I would give it to them. We last time spoke about how the attack. We saw Team Bash come back into defense, and I think so. That is what we could expect. WWC, I was going to say, but yeah, We Will Cook. Right now they are undercooking big time. Oh wait, they're not even started cooking. They're just butt on the pan. Yeah, they're not even raw. They're just butt on the pan, but they cannot do anything. There's no meat that they can buy to put it on the pan to start cooking. They need some meat. They need some kills.
They need to
give me those kills.
What is what we're saying? This time
And
it's
exactly.
the attack and lockdown come through.
Oh!
Chandy
Beautiful.
How do you land that frag? And Sick Boy is able to TP out towards T-spawn. And the flank might just come through. It seems like Sovereign's aware of it, though. The paranoia is going to miss as well. Oh no, Sick Boy, how poorly can you play that? TP's in, just jumps into the line of sight. 2 players trying to TP, and even if you'd had TP'd, it would not have saved you there. Rotations coming through towards D. But the Seekers are going to spot out this rotation. And well, AC3 is going to push TJG back even.
And they lose they use the Astra ultimate as well for the post plant.
Yeah, Jojo!
Spike planted.
Actually stop it. Disgusting, naughty.
What?
The third. Sin as well. I don't know how Chandy got that far into the site to begin with, but Jojo's going to close it out with a 4K to take Team Bash 8 rounds up.
I mean, I don't...
17 kills. Here, Draco.
We are living in JoJo's world. It's as simple as that. I have nothing more that can be added because this looks insane. This is literally bonker stuff right in front of my eyes because they're cooking. They're cooking and they're having fun. But they are being cooked is where we're talking about. Like, I can talk about strats over here, but the defense has capitulated. Now you can see Sky in garage. KJ is trying to anchor A but is going to B. And now using the Aldrone, they completely get onto site. Aldrone, my bad. Hunter's Fury. And clearly now the defense are wondering what more can they do? How can they stop this execution at C side? Do they have a flank? Do you have a rotate? Chandy's thinking. He hears Sin. The turret detects Chandy. Chandy gets his man, and immediately getting the gun. They have to increase the pace and quickly go onto site.
Oh, the iron at his hip, and he's good for it. The stuff just takes in the turret. Tanks a little bit of the shots for AC3. Means it's only one for the Astra, but well, more picks coming through. Team Bash just on expiry. He's good for the first. Chandy pops up on top of the box. Wallbang's coming through, but remember, there's still no time. He's had to get out of there, and Team Bash Academy have snuck away with one again.
And he's lost a weapon.
Chandy's lost a weapon. The spike gets him.
Somehow,
they've still not lost a round.
Just look at Chandy's skills, by the way. Pass them. Just have a look.
Yeah, still doing
13.
well.
It's 13.
Yeah.
You can clearly see that the Chandy
Where is the rest of the team?
Where is Chris doesn't.
The rest of the team has 13 combined. Hold on. That's how insane
15.
performance is.
15. I don't. no match will have.
No, 4 times 3 is 12. Plus 1 is 13.
It's 6, 4, 4, 1. Am I seeing the death?
Six?
No. Yeah,
Hold
that's
on.
6.
Honestly, I think my feed's just a little bit blurry because that looks like a 4 to me. I genuinely thought that was a 4.
Oh, Chandy!
Chandy's he's doing pretty well, but again, Team Bash Academy, they're just swarming the site. They're finding the picks and.
What on earth was that by Sovereign? Oh
okay, I don't think they knew AC3 was there. I don't think they knew.
Yeah. I think he was going for the ultimate, but he didn't expect anybody to be there at Link, and it's like backfired now.
Yeah, absolutely. Expiry's flashed, caught in the reload. Jojo has to do it all here.
Yeah.
Finally cut down. Finally, we will cook. Get on the scoreboard. No 13-0, at least.
How do I put it in a nice way? How do I put in a very nice way? Let's just see this. Because I need to... How do I put
Wait,
it? Okay.
it can't have been a 6, because Suo got a kill that round and now he's on 6. So it must have been 4-4-4.
Or maybe my feed was buzzing. I don't know. I thought it was 2 was on 6 though. Anyhow, okay, maybe both feeds were buzzing out. But yeah,
Maybe.
looking into this, a good round on the defense by Suo. Beautiful clutch. But the clutch only came into way because of Sovereign just thinking he's a wild man and there's nothing that there is. It's a desert and he can just go on his horse and hallop along. But whoa! He's taking the risk. But the paranoia is here. And Sick Boy is now in mid. And Chandy gets his man.
Oh,
Trying to get
Brandy!
Oh, beautiful. This is some beautiful Valorant right here. You can see, guys. Beautiful
Yeah.
play coming over here.
There it is. Who could have found their feet? They found their rhythm. They found their stride. And Team Bash Academy
Oh,
have
no.
absolutely nothing.
Here.
Then can't even get one. Flawlessly taken by the defense. And
Last
suddenly,
round in the half.
Last round to use our creds and abilities.
we're on
Let's
the
do
track for a 9-3 half, which, you know, if you're well versed in the lore, you'll know that you definitely do not want a 9-3 half of your Team Bash Academy.
I mean, I would bring you back to something else. We have the chance of the same scoreline to happen since the last game, or like the last map. 10-2. And then it is all on We Will Cook. How do they plan to cook? Do they come back or try to initiate a comeback in the most beautiful and glorious way? But Chandy's not been detected. And I think so they don't even know where Chandy is. Chandy's seeing a man, a flying man. Thank you very much. What? Hold up. The swarm grenade got him. Chandy gets another, and he's left over there all alone. And I feel bad for him because Sue was not even looking into his sight. And this has now effectively been a 3v3 with a Hunter's Fury used to detect any location. Where is the attack coming? Let's just find out. Gets no information, and now there's confusion. But Suho knows that there were people over here. They have to rotate onto C side, and that's what they're doing
It's a
immediately.
It's a race to the C bomb site, and it looks like Team Bash might get there first.
You are divided.
But they have to use the ult.
Yeah,
But the ult is not effective.
Chris is there. Yeah, this is a bit of a poor ult. Chris has found one, not the second, but AC3 out through Garage. Now using the dog, just getting through, and yeah,
It's Jojo. It's Jojo against the world.
yeah, this Cosmic Divide is not too good.
And they even have a killjoy. Yes, the ultimate has come into play. I'm just gonna talk about this. I'm so sorry to cut you off.
Yeah.
But the ultimate has come into play, and now they're wondering where is he? He's gone to A side. We have seen Jojo, and guess what? Jojo, after getting the plant on, he gets his ultimate online as well. So he's got a Hunter's Fury for the post plant. So ideally, it depends on you. How is he going to play this? Is he going to use the Hunter's Fury in the beginning, or is he going to play it for the post plant? He could get a pick and then pray to God and play at the very end. But does he expect a flank?
Yeah, he might
Maybe he
not be
does.
aware of AC3's position. Actually, he's looking
No,
at
the timing.
Suho is not there. Yeah, he's just wandered straight into
Oh,
this.
Nah.
Oh, that's foul. That's foul. And we are up
Oh.
9-3.
Placing
The
sentry.
timing has just not worked in his favor. ACT's just come and been like,
Switching
yup, I am going to take you down and I'm going to affect your mental by just getting a knife. The first knife of this matchup. And it comes at the right time because now it makes you wonder, can he get into the mental of Jojo? Is Jojo going to doubt his abilities a little bit? And is that what We Will Cook need? Because right now, they've got 3 pieces of ham on the plate. Oh, bacon. It's sizzling. But they need to get it right and crisp.
How
Do they
much
get it
mileage
crispy?
are we gonna get out of this pun? Because I feel like
A
we're
lot.
nearing the end of how far we can go with it.
I mean, there's a lot. You can cook a lot of things. So right
Oh.
now we're talking about bacon. You need it nice and crispy.
Oh dear. Okay.
Let's find out.
Okay. We will.
Okay, that was a nice.
What a lineup. That's nice from Jojo.
What?
Andy taking out the over himself. 3 kills somehow. Expiry's good for 2 himself. But in comes the flash, in comes the dash, and there's a 4th for the attacking jet. We will cook on fire in this first pistol round, and it's all on Chandy.
Chandy.
Ace.
Yeah, you should be baiting for the ace. Like, come on. We want an ace. We need to see. Chandy deserves an ace. After what he's done today, Chandy, look to the left! Left!
Chandy. No! Shots a whiff! No!
Aw.
Oh, he doesn't get the ace.
Babooms.
Chris tries to go for the shock dart.
But there's a sin in.
One through. He gets one, but the crossfire's there. After a little bit of time, there's some shots that were missed there, but it's pistols, you can kind of allow it. 21 and 9 for Chandy. Insane. Especially being down 4-9. That's a ridiculous scoreline.
I was just gonna say this. Sin thought after getting Chandy he was gonna be forgiven. Forgiven for all the sins that he has committed. But
Brilliant.
no. There was literally a Chris just waiting for him, like, nah fam, try again. And again we have to see this. Because we've seen Sin has not got a lot of kills. If you look at Sin, actually he's not got a lot of kills. So it seems that he is committing some form of sin, because in a game of Valorant, if you don't get kills, there's nothing more you can add. But Chris, do they even know that he's there?
Oh,
Expiry is good.
But no. Oh,
No, the trigger discipline.
oh no,
what
Chris!
on earth?
Oh,
Nah.
just missed the shot. I mean, the trigger discipline was good, but the aim wasn't.
Placing swarm grenade.
Okay,
Swarm grenade.
all the
Incorrect.
nanoforms are coming into play.
Spike planted.
All of them.
All of them. Every single one. But it seems like, yeah, 4v4 retake. TeamBash are going to try for this one. Obviously, they do have a bit of a worse buy, having lost that first pistol round. But it's Expiry who will be leading the charge, obviously playing that dive, the jet.
They're all going to be
Recon
detected.
will spot one, but the molly is going to stop him in their tracks. Expiry down, Sin gets one, TGJ taken out of the action as well. Jojo's gone, it's all on Sin. But Suo is there with the Bulldog to shut things out. Not an unexpected round win from We Will Cook. But this one should be where we see TeamBash get back in on the action. Because, oh god, Expiry's got the operator. Uh-oh. This one will be dangerous. Has the op. No shields. What can the side of We Will Cook do against this?
I think so. The interesting part is, if you look in the chat, we've got the owner of Team Bash Academy. He put in the chat 13-0. And this is just tripled over after that. It feels like he has cursed his own team, but I don't think he has. The confidence is good. You need to have confidence in a game of Valorant. But looking at this default, they are looking for a B push, but there's so much of util that they're going to be there. Immediately, the minute that anybody tries to enter onto site, if done right, the teleport, okay, the Omen teleport might not work because Sovereign is right there waiting for the aftershock and trying to figure out what more can he do. The KJ turret is going to detect the Skydog in mid, and okay, it doesn't. I didn't know that. I thought it normally detects the Skydog. But giving away the presence, now they know.
Oh,
and now
Sin.
the wall bank could be coming to it.
Ooh, Sin.
And
A little bit whiffy. Chandy's
Yep.
into the site. The TP comes through as well from Sick Boy. And AC3 is still in garage. We might see something come through indeed. Sin gets taken out. The second shot doesn't land though. Sovereign's good for it. And the stun is going to come through onto the site. Suo still hitting shots. Jojo looking much worse in this second half. Sovereign found one with the aftershock. But Expiry has to try and retake with an operator. This one not looking too good. Oh, lovely shot. But still, barely any time. Sick Boy just creeping up, holding back. Expiry just taps on the spike.
save the weapon.
Yeah, there's
save
no
the
time
weapon.
left.
Save the weapon.
Save
Run back
op,
to the weapon.
run away. We will cook. They're up to 6.
I'm telling you.
This is looking a
We can-
lot closer. So much closer.
The sinner wasn't forgiven for their
But not nice
sins,
enough to die
and
in.
thus
Let's win and get
they're
out of here.
feasting on all the kills. But let's just be honest about it. This is literally Chandy has come up clutch, 23 kills. 23 kills when his team was literally 9-3 down.
Yeah.
9-3 down, and now he just come back. He had a 4K in the pistol, but that is not any form of stat buff. That's literally just showing how elite he is. But clearly now, we tend to wonder, are they going to get the bacon very crispy? Is it going to be the right texture? But clearly, one thing I want to note before we go into the food and the entire discussion about food. What could see very... Oh, shoot, Keith. Okay! I mean, if getting kills is a sin, I pray to God, Sin is just like, yep, commit more of me. Because the spam comes into play, he's on a 3K. He should be supported, getting the Vandal.
This is the round that Team Bash look like they might win. How is
This
this the one where they're succeeding? That's ridiculous. Okay, Chandy finally takes out the man himself. On a 3K himself. But on such low HP, you have Expiry watching with the operator down in mid, and TGJ just sneaking up. Recon Bolt is going to come through. And TGJ, oh, he's actually looked away just a second there. He should note this position.
Oh
But Chris comes
no!
through with a Phantom. Just caught off a
Oh
little
no,
off
the
guard.
timing.
Last player
Oh, this
standing.
could be some good
Oh.
timing for it. Chandy's taken
You-
down. But Chris has the spike, and Chris is going out towards the B site. Might even push away, but no, instead
30
decides
seconds
to plant it
My ult is
on
ready.
Faster.
B. Has the Phantom out. This is close and incredibly tense.
Faster.
Yeah,
He has the Hunter's Fury activated as well.
yeah, I
He just
know.
need that one op, and he did.
Yeah.
And now they're playing Ringa Roses.
Oh,
Does he look at the? Oh my God! The diffuse comes to play. Now he knows where he is. Is he going to play the short dogs? Yes, he is.
Gonna get the
But
recon.
getting a half, he's going to be stuck half. He's been detected,
Oh,
and this is going to be
God.
a big shot. He's not even looking in the right direction. He's not
That's
seeing
the
it, but he gets his man. Oh, expiry.
Expiry is not today. The clutch comes through. TeamBash Academy, how? Again, I'm going to ask the question, how is that the one they get on the board? How is that the round where they succeed? But thanks to Expiry, they absolutely do. In the 1v2 clutch. And massive efforts from Sin earlier on in the round with the Sheriff. Heck, maybe don't even let Sin buy a rifle. Just keep him on the Sheriff, he'll be fine.
Oh,
Yeah,
one second.
maximum dunks from Expiry.
One second. I didn't know this.
Here.
TeamBash. I mean, the owner was speaking in German, and I was like, yeah. And I was like, yes, I can. Oh my God! Did that? Let me go. Oh, expiry. I mean, I couldn't. Oh,
Disgusting. Yet again,
Expiry,
the
you-
operator.
you are cooking them down, and I want to mention this because I couldn't. Expiry at that point, what could have been done was, at that point when he was 1v1 in the, I think so, not Expiry, sorry, it was the Sova. You had two shock darts, but they never utilized it. He knew where the position was, but they were never used. That could have delayed the defuse, but getting into this one, Expiry is just shut shop.
Yeah.
TeamBash is just like, okay, we have Expiry literally expired or gave them the expiry date for their comeback, ending it easily with clutch. But now we've got a Sin. Sin is just watching. It would be a sin to allow his team, the opponents, to get away from him.
Push into
Sorry.
sight comes through though. Sick boy. Pushes out that jump through window by Sin.
It's ready.
How do you not get
Back
detected?
sight.
Round C.
Sovereign's back sight. Yeah, I'm just
30 seconds
catching on
left.
the corner of the box, I think, the recon bolt. And that's detrimental for sure for We Will Cook. TeamBash Academy
Standing ahead.
looking like they might get up to 11 rounds inside of this one. Inside of 17. The rotation through
okay.
is coming through. They're saving these weapons because
No, they're not. They're not. Okay,
10
they are.
seconds
I thought they were
left.
not saving because I thought I thought Sick Boy had his ultimate, so I was expecting them to do
Yeah.
a very similar clutch to something that we have seen in a person named Juicy or something. It was Scary or Juicy, I'm not so sure, from Blade to have an insane fire. It was a beautiful ace clutch which was done with when he was playing Omen, but on the same map of Haven as well. Like you can come to
Yeah.
one side, use the ultimate, teleport to the other place. But clearly they didn't feel the need for it and they're going to save. And it does feel that Expiry has put an expiry date to this reign of We Will Cook. And they even put an expiry date to like us watch me commentating 2-0. Because we are, it seems like it. I'm not going to say it, but it seems like we are going to the third map. And if we do, it is Pearl. Is it Pearl? Yeah, it's Pearl.
yeah, well, yeah.
And that, let me remind you, is another map which ideally focuses on mid, the same way how Ascent works. So, gonna be interesting, but now we're going to get into this map. Pastor, sorry for the disturbance or the deviation, but yeah, take it away.
I've got
Lucky
your
still
train.
destroyed. Grizz making sure the shot also they get rid of that one. Sin tagged out by the Seeker as well. B site entirely in the control and command of this We Will
You
Cook
should
side. However, that is going to be from Sin.
Oh.
As the lockdown comes through, counter ult from Suo, going to completely lock out this B site. At least for the moment. There's a kill from Sick Boy over on the other side. Expiry going down. And it goes from bad to worse for TeamBash Academy. Because this post-plant positioning is so strong, watching all the way down through mid from window. And AC3 nearly finding some shots on himself. Sovereign starting to stick to the spike. And there's the Hunter's Fury. Gonna catch out one on the spike. And there's more kills raining through. No time for Sovereign to get the defuse off. We will cook up to 7.
I was just thinking over there, why did Sick Boy decide to cause a like after he got the pick at C, the rotation from Garage, like he after he sees the paranoia on obviously delaying the diffuse, he rotated back to Stream. Now I get it, you can play as your team. But he could literally play at B Link and get so much of confusion or create havoc over there. But he didn't, and rather he chose to be like, okay, I'm just gonna go back and support my team. So this is something which you tend to wonder, because if you're playing like B side, the thing is there are 2 links, and there are 2 areas where you can come out from. But there are 3 points of attacking, and like to stop the diffuse. As such, that okay makes you wonder what can they do now. ACC getting control of short is incredible, because we have not seen the last time saw expiry at short getting 2 picks on the operator. Now they know that there is nobody in short, but do they know that expiry is rotating back over there? Okay, what on earth?
But it seems like a lot of this focus is heading over towards C again from We Will Cook. We haven't necessarily seen the highest degree of success on these T hits. TGJ will just ignore because, you know. Okay, never mind.
What?
Don't ignore him. Let's have him in our focus, in the spotlight. Absolutely making a mockery of me. Ignoring TGJ is just folly, because he will absolutely punish you for it. Sick Boy does get the collection, but Sin is still in the backside. Chandy with the Blade Storm. Ooh, little bit of the shots missed. Sin's able to dip away. Sovereign flanking up with Garrett. It's just on Chandy. There's players left, right, centre, and now he's taken down. TeamBash Academy, they have that map point. They have just one more round to win before we're heading to that map 3 towards Pearl. And again, this would be TeamBash Academy winning their opponent's map pick after being completely shut out on their own. And Chandy's still on 28 kills here, Dracorexia. What a scoreline. And Jojo has been on 20 kills, it seems, for this entire half. It's Expiry who's really the star of the show now.
I just want to say this. To the audience who are watching right now, it is I'm just going to say that it's nearly 1:30 a.m. And if you're going to map 3, I'm going to see by 2:30 a.m., which is fine. You know what? I've got nothing to do, so I can get up a bit late. But clearly, it just shows you how much, I think so, as casters, even with the production team, how passionate we are to commentate on these games and make sure that there is a thriving scene. But getting onto this, there is the ultimate Rolling Thunder going to be coming into way, and immediately that is their win condition. And I think so they know that.
Yeah.
Whereas if you look at if you look at We Will Cook, do they even have any ultimates? Let's just find out. The ult comes into play, but it's not going to drift anybody.
But that's about it. Expiry jumping down into the site does have a shorty. This Cosmic Divide will actually block the sound of that defuse coming through, which means Zero has to jump in, has to get through.
What?
Not going to get successful as well. Chanty's just walked on through. The Cosmic Divide working out in their favour, but TGJ shuts it down. That's the map. That's Haven. All done.
Defenders
and
win.
Dusted. Somehow, some way, the post-plant utility not working out for them. TeamBash Academy find their way to Pearl. We have map 3, again, incredibly unpredictable series. We will find out what happens on map 3 in that decider just after this quick break. You don't want to go anywhere because you don't want to miss it. We'll be right back.
press play, all I hear is you. And it goes like ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. When I press play, all I hear is you. Oh, every single song tells me we're through. Yeah, but I can't turn it off 'cause it's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. And it goes like all you left me was a radio. And it goes like ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. And it goes like ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. When I press play, all I hear is you. And it goes like ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. When I press play, all I hear is you. Oh, every single song tells me we're through. Yeah, but I can't turn it off 'cause it's the truth. Yeah, it's the truth. And it goes like and it goes like ooh, ooh, yeah, yeah. When I press play, all I hear is you. Oh, every single song tells me we're through. Yeah, but I can't turn it off 'cause it's the truth. And it goes like ooh, yeah, yeah. Play, all I hear is you. Oh. Press play, all I hear is you. Oh, every single song tells me we're through. Yeah, but I can't turn it I'm indecisive. Maybe it's all too late. Maybe I'm just done fighting. Maybe, oh, maybe I'm indecisive. Maybe it's all too late. Maybe I'm just done fighting. It's all too late. It's all too late. All too late. It's all too late. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's me in my head and I can't get it out. Maybe I'm crazy. Maybe I'm falling down. Maybe it's hazy. Oh, I almost touched the ground. Touch the ground. Oh, I touched the ground. Touch the ground. Touch the ground. Touch the ground. I can't seem to make up my mind about us. Make up this time for us. Make up my mind about us. Yeah, but believe me, I tried. I don't know why I couldn't make this work. But believe me, I tried. Now it's all too late.
Welcome back, map 3. I don't even know what to say. After Ascent, after Haven, this could honestly go either way. And just like that, my pen has died. So my notebook is going to be looking a little bit bare. But we have Pearl coming up here, Dracorexia. Yeah, Ascent was bonkers. Haven was bonkers. What do you reckon we're gonna see here on Pearl? Because you said it plays similarly to Ascent. So do we reckon that we will get the win here, or do TeamBash Academy have something up their sleeve?
I mean, I haven't looked at the stats of either team on Pearl, but I can say one thing. I did call TeamBash getting map 2 because it seemed when the momentum just shifted, it completely shifted into the opposite direction, and you just tend to wonder. It is these moments where you talk about mental, and clearly they lost. At that point, it was gone. The break didn't help them at all. The one thing which we have to keep in mind is which character or which initiator is Jojo going to play? And he's gone with Sova. Okay.
Floating the neon there, I got worried for a second. Like, yeah.
Please don't. Okay, wait. Wait 1 second. If they go for Omen, this is going to be like the. Wait 1 second. They are going for the same pick. No, wait 1 second. Yeah, they aren't. They're doing now what they... Okay, that's Astra. Okay, fine.
Not quite, because it was the sky was on we will
Yeah.
cook. So it's not quite the same when we have TGJ on the Astra again, like we saw in the previous map. So yeah.
Okay.
Difference is this time Sick Boy is joining on this role, but Chris has actually moved away from the Sova in towards Viper.
Interesting, because at the very end we have to see that. I mean, it is what it is at this point, because you tend to look and you just like, okay, what can happen? Oh, I see Jojo's in the chat. Okay, nice to know that. But getting into this game, now we have to wonder. We're going to see a situation between the attackers right now, our dual controller setup, where the defense is a dual initiator setup.
Yeah.
Knowing that they're playing on defense, going for a dual initiator setup. I mean, we have seen them be more comfortable with that, like having more initiators on their team. Okay, damn, I didn't know this. Oh, wow. Oh, that's so cool. Oh, that's actually very nice. I didn't know that they have like the champs thing and like the entire setup. Okay, that's nice to watch. But yeah, now we know that TeamBash Academy are really good with the initiators. So let's see if they can make the most of all the info gathering that they can right now.
Look at how aggressive this push into mid is. only Sin is left on the B site. Everyone else is pushing up through mid. Zero could get caught out here, but the site could get completely overloaded before they even get there. Sin's still on the site,
Spike planted.
held back by that Viper wall. And Sick Boy is incredibly low, still good for one. Nearly the second finds it. Chandy getting in on the action as well. But Sin's come up from the backside with 2. And that is a successful first round defense from TeamBash Academy. High octane action here on Pearl. This is what we want to see.
Okay, so this is something which is very interesting which happened. Sovereign threw a flash out, or not threw a flash, made the bird go on to B long, and it detected a presence. And the presence detected was not anybody who you expect it to be. It was the Viper. And that really confused Chris. And because of that, they didn't even look for Sin. Sin was just in back side. You're just chilling. He's like, okay, you can come to me. He was in hall just wondering, okay, when should I peek? And the minute he peeks, nobody knew that he was there, and that was that. That was a clean sweep right on the back. But this rotation you can see now. Previously we saw Sin playing on B side, and now he's on A. These changes, can them bite them or will not bite them, and it's gonna be like this element of randomness. Let's find out.
A looking like the point of focus for We Will Cook this time around. Chris just rotating the spike in through main. Sin is here yet again, ready for AC3. Sit down, my friend. You've been absolutely taken out of this round through the smoke as well. Sin feeling it this game. Another one with the Guardian. What? Chris found a molly kill. The snake bite comes through for it. The shock bolt from Jojo just runs a little bit wide. But the Aldrin should spot him out in here. And there it is. Sin with 3 picks. And what a start from TeamBash Academy. Yet again, they're continuing this momentum. And We Will Cook, it's a very different team than what we saw in the first half of map 1. That is for sure.
I can do a very funny call right now. And I don't know if it will be effective or it might work out this way. But I think so. What is going to happen is we're going to see Sin now go for the orb, and they're going to farm the orb. So the minute the Sky Flash comes and detects nobody in A main, they're going to be like, okay, push up, get the orb, and get the lockdown, because that's what they will be going for. That's going to be the win condition, and you can exactly see. Okay, wow. I'm a bit happy that I could predict this. But wait, KJ is not there. No, wait, KJ is not there.
Pushing through. Sin just dipped back a bit. TGJ found the kill. Baiting out his teammate, 83. This time, it's the complete reverse. Taking down Sin through the smokes. The snake bite is going to at least hold him off a little bit. Obviously, just a bit of team damage won't hurt as much, but still, you don't want to be taking that damage expiry. Still waiting to see if there's any sort of rotate coming through. Obviously, it's not going to happen, and I'm confused as to why they're still over here towards A. It's very clearly pressure towards B. And finally, you have TeamBash Academy getting into action on this flank. And, well, I say that, but you still have Jojo sitting in CT.
So we're just going to look, realize that, okay, okay, there's somebody over here. But this dual peak which is going to come into play. Is it going to be effective? No. But Jojo goes down. And I think so that could be the win condition over because of delay. But expiry has to go for the... He has to plant. He has to go... Why isn't he not going... Okay, that's too much time.
Yeah,
I don't know if he has the time. He has to just go for it. Just go for it. Just go for it. I'm praying to God that there's no stop. But...
Oh, only just. Sick Boy doesn't get a move on there. That's around 14 bash, but the Gravwell just stalled enough to get that round in the victory for We Will Cook. That, however, was far too close. That should not have been that close at all.
I mean, I'm caught off guard and I'm amazed as well to see how this is happening. Because this is good. How do I put it? how do I put it? Like, okay, I'm just trying to understand what is happening in front of my eyes. But getting into this, the defense has been good, but in the last one we clearly saw that the bonus, even though they wanted to capture, they couldn't, and now that has backfired. But clearly now WDC just simply wonders, okay, what more can we do? What more is there for us to accomplish? Because that's a certain amount of point, you tend to wonder, is the pressure going to get to them or not? And at that point, they see the pressure and then they realize we're in JoJo's world. So JoJo's there for the picks.
He's back. He's back. Finds the first kill at least. Push coming through, then good for a second. Do they want to keep pushing this? It seems like, okay, flash coming through. Still waiting, watching on this angle. Sin's there as well for it.
One enemy
And
remaining.
JoJo finding
What?
Spike down mid.
Oh, on earth do you get that spray transfer across? That shouldn't be happening at all. And Sick Boy's left alone.
Ace.
Ace. He's
30
looking
But
for
wait.
it,
left.
trying to find that final kill for the ace to come through. Recon bolt.
I want to see.
Instant
I want to see where Astra is. Which gun does Astra have right now? Because Sick Boy has which weapon? Let's just find out. Is it close range or far range? And the scouting begins. Okay, it's a Vandal. He's saving the Vandal. He
10
needs to save the
seconds left.
Vandal.
Yeah.
But this has gone. This has backfired.
Does
Jojo
Jojo
ha-
go pushing? Does Jojo go pushing here to try and take the weapon out of the hands? It feels like they might be aware of Sick Boy's position here. Or maybe not.
Nope.
Just missing each other. Like ships in the night. Vandal saved by the Astra of Sick Boy, but still not ideal for We Will Cook. That is
I was just-
sure.
Also, I was just gonna say this. It seemed like how to put it. Jojo was just hungry, but he knew that he has to control himself. There's no point over-aggressing and losing a weapon because the economy would not favor him. And now, all they have is the Seekers as well. But the attackers, they even have the Astra Wall, which could be very much useful to get so much information. Because the minute they see somebody and the smokes go up, TGJ has to start aiming and praying to God and start spamming all the bullets that he can. The Chandy's right there, gets flashed in, and even the plant comes into play. But throw it through the smoke! Oh, babe.
83 just can't catch a break, and the right click's not there for Chandy. TGJ is now up on the half wall, taking Chris down. Just Suo and Sick Boy trying to hold on, and Jojo finds the flick. Sick Boy again in a position where they might have to save the Vandal. This time, position definitely known, definitely noted. Actually, they think he's behind the box. Jojo isn't aware of his Selby. This tucked position. The shot isn't quite there. Sovereign sticks to spike. And Sick Boy.
Wait,
allowed
what on?
Sick Boy's
Okay,
allowed
fine.
to run off another day. And just give
Okay.
Sin the defuse there. Get that lockdown online.
Exactly.
Yeah, Vandal saved again from Sick Boy.
Another Vandal, another prayer, and another dream. I think so. At this point, Sick Boy needs to make sure that
1 second, people.
he commits
I
no
gotta
more
get
sins
Astra to
so that
play
he'll be
some
forgiven
stars.
and his health gets better. That's all. Don't ask me why did I try that pun. I just had to. It just popped in my head. But now, interestingly, we have like the attackers. This is something which is very interesting. They have a Viper and a controller and it's Astra. Normally, when you have Viper and Astra, you can go on to B side with so much ease. You can cut the side into half and block so many angles. Expiry, seeing the date, knowing that okay, he has to run away, and he's just faking that, and he's just like okay, just allow me to rotate, and that's what his team does. Gives him the idea and goes back into halls. But no, that's my question. Like you can see the wall by Viper, it blocks information for Heaven as well as like through Link.
Blocking sight.
But the main question is why don't you have a wall which is diagonal and cutting the side into half? So the minute your wall is up, they don't have any information as to what is happening, and you can immediately go for the plant. But now, because of them not giving any form of information or any form of how do I put it? Okay, what on earth is Sin doing? But yeah,
He's just tracing the squares, bro. He's just tracing the squares.
touche.
Yeah.
But now look, Sick Boy has his
James-
ultimate. Yeah, he has to use the wall immediately. He has to somehow create a wall which will block. But I think so that's not going to be done. But instead they decide to use, and this is smart. use the lockdown, and get a bit of control. But here's
Yeah.
what the question
30
is.
seconds left.
Okay, there's a reverse lockdown. Yep, okay,
There's
fine.
the counter.
Ideally, they should be rotating now. Ideally.
Yeah. 20 seconds left. They're just going to stick and wait things out here in A main. TGJ finding one. The push onto site from
12 seconds left.
Chandy isn't going to catch it. 83 finds TGJ, but Sin finds two massive picks, making a third somehow through the wall. And
Thank you.
JoJo's there as backup. 5-1 now. TeamBash Academy extend their lead. Now that's Hunter's Fury online for JoJo as well. You have the Cosmic Divide available as well. Good utility. And, well, we're going to have another timeout from We Will Cook. They want to hold this momentum. They want to get back on the board.
I am just wondering. I am wondering what can we will cook. Because ideally now when they're cooking a 5-stack, which is not working in their favor. They're not getting control of any of the sites. Each and every post plant is not being executed. You have the mollies, you have the nanoswarms, you have the Astra gravity well as well. You've got flashes, you've got the turret, you've got so much util. But you cannot. They're not allowing the diffuse, or they're allowing the diffuse to take place, or they're dying right before the diffuse, or they're not allowing the plant to be like they're not forcing. Like how do I put it? They're not being allowed to even plant down.
Yeah, and can
So
I
it
just
makes
say
you
as
wonder.
well, and
Yeah.
can I just say as well, you know, they gave the defuse in that previous round over to Sin. He didn't have the ult online
Can I
since
get
then.
this?
Imagine if there was no
Thanks.
counter ult coming through from the
Placing
defense.
swamp grenade. Placing
Exactly. I
It's
mean,
those
that,
little decisions that make and break these rounds, and for TeamBash Academy, they're getting them right.
yeah, it delayed the
Out of my
plant
way.
so much there, and yeah. Just for this round, we just look a bit at the antics of Shandy. He looks up, he glides up, and then he realizes, nope, there's no point being a Moltres. I'm gonna just come back to ground and be a Galarian Moltres. Yeah, sorry. If you know Pokemon, you get that reference. If you don't, but there's that, and immediately the push comes into play.
Okay. Sin. A little bit whiffy. Oh, Chandy's on the site. Jojo's found one with the Hunter's Fury. And Chris comes rushing on through. Chandy, a lot of damage being dealt. Sovereign flashes through.
Oh,
And
look
we
at
have
oh
the
yeah.
from Sick Boy taking down Jojo and getting that Vandal across on the board. Sin so good for one.
You want to find
And
it.
continuing to push on through. Here comes that Cosmic Divide. This is going to make it very, very difficult
One enemy remaining.
indeed. And there's another kill. Sin and Expiry popping off, popping through. And it is just Sick Boy left in this
They're not-
situation. But they don't know where he is.
That's
And he
such a
takes down
smart
Sovereign,
play.
playing it perfectly, holding back. Little time to defuse from Sin, and there comes the kill as well. A 1 versus 2 to come through from the Astra of We Will Cook.
Right there.
And they are at least a little bit back into this game. They refound that scoreboard at least. Post timeout.
I mean, a good timeout, and I was going to say what was Sick Boy doing? But then I didn't realize that what he was trying to do was he used the ultimate wall to simply isolate fights for his team, and they could immediately push onto site.
Here.
And then when he had the suck, he was just wait like a gravity well, he was just waiting. And when he could hear the ping, immediately rotate. And they thought he was coming through Link. He was like, no, I'm not. I'll be coming through main. And that is what caught them off guard. So now, okay, now they've used the wall which I was talking about. Very interesting. Is somebody listening to our comms? Because if so, why haven't you been doing that? Because now the plan is going to come down. See, you've blocked so much.
And
So much of
Chandy's
vision is not
ult.
seen. Yeah, exactly.
In halls, Jojo looks like he could be expecting this, and oh, the wall bangs through. Chop Dart as well, gonna take down Sick Boy. Not before the spike is planted. Chris
What?
taken down. Pit was invested, now is gonna be shut out. Sandy gets TGJ.
What?
The flash comes through, but it's not successful.
Last player
Sin
standing.
is gonna get taken down as well. Jojo is there, stops the clutch from Chandy.
Hello?
How close was that, Dracorexia? Oh
Hey, I
my
didn't-
word.
Oh, nice. The observers have shown me something which I didn't know about. So thank you, observers. You're doing amazing.
Thank you,
But no,
Strange.
yeah, but yeah, I don't know if it was Strange or Magnum, but thank you to both of
Well,
y'all.
I
But yeah,
Yeah, Magnum's on POV, so.
oh, oops, my bad. Sorry. But no, yeah. Talking about that, Chandy got so much of map like in that few thing. You saw the wall, how helpful it was. Chandy immediately went onto site, and they get so much of. Like, you have the Astra smokes as well there. Just
Yeah.
put the smokes. You can smoke Link. You can easily smoke Heaven, and immediately they don't know what is happening. Put the plant, go back down, or go into halls, or like play for time. But clearly that was an expiry, now showing us how good he is on the op. Let's just see if he's going to get a pick. Yes, he does. Thank you very much. His expiry, your expiry date. And that's that. And now you wonder, are they going to double peek him? What the damn?
I mean, he
I thought-
still could be good for one in that instance, even possibly getting away. Chandy spotted out by Sovereign's dog. Flash comes out over the top, Expiry now looking for this kill. The spray coming through the box. Chandy has to dip away. He has to get back. This is a tense one for Team Bash Academy, because We Will Cook are just kind of prodding on every single area of the map. Now it looks like they're rotating over towards B. Expiry and Sovereign still sitting over on A. They've done a good job at shutting out this push. And Chandy's still looking to get a little bit cheeky with something. However, you still have Sin, you still have Jojo,
30
you
seconds
still
left.
have TGJ over on this B side towards the west. And Chandy now pushing through. Smoke is
What?
gonna be good. Jojo finds them both. It's tricky to come up against that sort of setup when you've only got your pistols, and Sin's up close. Takes down 2 as well. Flawless round for Team Bash Academy. But you know, they were against pistols, so you kind of expect that.
I mean, I'm now wondering if I just wonder over here now. If I keep appreciating Sin, am I going to be a sinner? Is there going to be a point where expiry just comes and shoots me down? Am I going to become a sick boy and have a cold or a cough? Because at this point, there's nothing more that I can do. But there's that. But anyway, getting back into the game, one thing is very interesting is you can see the alarm bot is now through halls. So whenever they see this wiper wall, which is diagonal, they're like, you know what? We'll be a bit more passive. And we'll allow you to come to halls. But the alarm bot is going to confuse them, and that's when they want to get them back. But clearly now the wall comes up. I would expect like an Astra instead of using her. Instead of using the stun over there, she uses it. But guess what? The detection comes into play, and this doesn't
What a
work
good
in their
recon.
favor.
Sin sprays the default, but Spike isn't there.
Whoa!
Grizz on the fadeaway. That is Spike down, but We Will Cook in a 2-player disadvantage. And there might be some hidden angles that maybe Sin can get. Well, not with this molly here. TGJ is finding kills as well. Jojo again. And it's all on AC3. How about another flawless round for Team Bash Academy? Storming away with the first half here on Pearl.
What?
Someone you've got... Hello? Okay, Expiry's getting on it. Just probably trying to get the ult a bit closer
Ultimate,
to
yeah.
completion, yeah.
Makes sense.
Want to get the blade
Understandable.
storm online before the end of the half.
Okay, fam.
They could be trying that out. But this is something which is very much interesting, which I just which in that round, the 2 people. Okay, I didn't know there was like a full area for. There's a library. Interesting. Okay, yeah, this is where this took place. The cinematic video. Sorry, my bad. But getting back into the game, all the kills in that round were taken by the 2 anchors. That was Jojo and Sin. And now they're pushing up aggressive. They know that they're going to see a broken by C. They're like, you know what, we're just going to aggress through B, get control as much as they can, because these people are not tweaking B. And we're just going to put an op at...
So Expiry tries to just turn away from the flash, doesn't even dash away.
What on
Oh, but
earth?
Chris! He's found a collateral with the Sheriff over towards B on very low health, but that is disastrous.
Damage has been done. And now it all depends on expiry. If he gets that one shot, aim for the body, not for the leg. Aim for the body. The jet dash, he just ignores that noise.
Yeah.
And
There we go.
expiry.
There's the kill onto Chris, but lovely shot with the Sheriff.
They don't know where
Pistol
Sin
whip
is.
comes through, and that's going to be the lockdown coming
Spike
through from
planted.
Sin. Trying to at least clear this spike site, but no, the
Oh!
lockdown destroyed. PGJ's there for the flank. into a 2 versus 2 now. Sin and TGJ coming through R. It should be position known. And AC3 is there watching. The operator's good for 1.
Oh,
And Chandy gets a second. Thrifty round coming through. Or we will cook.
Last round before the switch.
Scraping something together there. Unexpectedly, I might say.
I mean, you could
might
use.
say.
Yeah, I mean, you could see they were using the Astra wall to like block off sight from main because they expected like due to the lockdown the player would have gone into main, but instead they went to secret and then they were on to site. But I think so they had information. I think so it was too late at that point. But you could clearly see that Bash Academy tried to be a little bit aggressive and that backfired so hard. So I think so they're going to be a bit more passive now.
Out of my way.
They're going to try to get control as much as they can on the other side of the map, and that's exactly what they're doing now. The Viper smoke comes into play, and it's another one which is cut on the side. But using the Seekers, you get so much of information.
Yeah.
Now, my
Cosmic
only
Divide kind of takes away from that information, actually, because you can't see where the Seekers go. Chandy is going to be watching, waiting for Sovereign to peek out through this Cosmic Divide.
oh,
He knows he's there, he got caught on him. But you can't shoot through that Cosmic Divide, key feature of it. And here's the lockdown coming through. Chandy's found 1 with the Blade Storm, takes down Jojo. Nothing to stop this ult. There we go. Now retake is on from Team Bash Academy. Chandy with the Blade Storm, still looking to find some kills as a Phantom just in case, but it's AC3 with the operator. TGJ goes in, gets taken down. Expiry, what can he do? The Super Spaniard who's been massive for Team Bash Academy inside of this series, and he's taken down as well. It's all on Sovereign, there's no time, and there's no defensive player left to try and win it out. It's an 8-4 half for Team Bash Academy. We
Switching
will
sides.
cook, cleaning things out in the end there, because that could have been much, much worse for them.
I like how somebody in the chat just put like, what is Chandy's buyout? Because
what's
you
his
can
buyout?
immediately. Yeah, I'm just curious what is his buyout, because this dude, I think so, given the opportunity and in any region, I think so. Like, I know we might be considered as a tier 3 tournament, and so be it. But tier C, not a 3C tier tournament, not a B or an A. But allow this guy, give him a bit more time, let him have a team, and I think so. Him would actually be a saucy combination, like him with a proper initiator who can set him up, or a player who can play stuns very well, and you've got a recipe for a very good food, a piler if you want that. I guess
Why are we still going with this? What?
there's a team name We Will Cook. Yeah, We Will Cook. So I think so we are allowed to talk about food for as long as we can. If it was like We Will Make Cocktails, then we would be taking bartending, Joe. But expiry on a
Say we.
go.
You say we would be making bartending joke. You would be making bartending joke.
Good shape. I'm not even going to disagree. I would have.
Okay, let's talk around let's talk about the round then. This is a 3v3, the spike's already down, and TGJ, oh my word! The Ghost doing the numbers, and Chandy's left alone. This one will be tough. It will definitely take some going to win this.
Oh, beautiful.
Yeah, there's one. Time's still ticking away though, and this is really the main problem. Oh, Finn's taken down as well. Can Sovereign fall or find the picks? Oh no, the light comes through.
No, nah.
The time is too low anyway.
Nah.
And Team Bash
We know
Academy
what we're
find the
doing.
second pistol
Trust
of the
each
map.
other and we'll be fine.
What an
I'm
advantage for them now. 5 rounds in it.
Jojo, go for a. I mean, no, they have the lead, so I would say. I mean, okay. Ideally, I was thinking this map. That's one thing which is very interesting. If you're going to B side, the weapon you should not be considering is a Phantom, because in my opinion, a Bulldog will give you more out of. Bulldog with the ADS on is much better than the Phantom. But yeah, you can see the new Frontier Vandal, not Vandal, sorry,
Ooh.
Marshall coming to play, but Chandy just not being able to do much. I like that animation. That looks so cool. Oh god.
It does look sick. I thought it was going to get the flick there, to be honest. Good lineup. Does a lot of damage into halls. Duo's on now 30 HP combined with that Hunter as well. Sick Boy finds one, but Jojo's there with two. Sin a double as well. And AC3 is just has to sit in the smoke with the shorty. Hey, it could catch out one, but I wouldn't be banking on this to be a round win. Team Bash Academy, they spent a lot going into this round as well. Couple of Vandals and Bulldogs as well. Not looking to give We Will Cook any sort of, you know, way back in terms of the economy. Jojo, yeah, a little bit careless, especially with the Vandal as well, but
that's that.
DJ's got the Guardian for the job. But yeah, now it's not even really a bonus. This is kind of the power-up because of how much... Because you have those rifles coming through from Team Bash Academy. This is a fairly even buy from both of these teams. And look at that. This is just a full rifle round in the third round of the half. Team Bash Academy.
Here.
They just want to dispatch this game.
Here.
Despite losing the first map, despite being 10-2 down in that first half that we played of the series, despite almost making a comeback and falling short.
Can I bring you? I'll listen. Very interesting.
Okay.
Do you notice one thing?
Okay,
Team Bash Academy have never contested mid.
Yeah.
Not even a single round on attack have they okay. And that's what they're doing. They know that, hey, look, we can ideally just play.
Push into the sides.
Yeah, we can just push on the side, and we can see the comfort that they have. They don't have a better buys. But right now they're even initiating a flank. Just look at that flank. They're waiting. They're so just like, yep, waiting for my time and energy. And I highly doubt they expect this. Suo gets his pick.
Expiry's good for one. Sitting in hall. Sin comes up. Oh, the Guardian's a little bit scrappy. The flash comes through. Expiry's still good for it. The defuse is coming through.
What?
That's the player that isn't defusing.
No!
Duo's able to get away with it. The ninja inside the smoke, sneaking his way through with a round and still managing to save the Vandal as well. The shorty just gets caught on the pillar. And We Will Cook her up to 5. Somehow, some way.
I mean, wherever there's a will, there is a way.
He thought he got the defusing player, but it was the player behind.
He pinged a bit, but it just, I think so somebody had to ping it for him. So whoever's watching this, please ping for your teammate. Ping doing the defuse and they're going for the shot. But Shandy are trying to get the blaze immediately, and the pressure being put using the Trailblazer as well. And it's going to detect? No, it doesn't detect anybody. The Shandy's got so much of map control, he's just like, I'm just going to wait it out. But detecting that some players have been blinded, does he go? Oh no, the aggression doesn't work. And now ECD have to put. ECD has to push back immediately. But for the first time, we are seeing Team Bash contest mid. And it is working in their favor.
It's working well for them. Sick Boy is the last one left after AC3 goes down. And look at that. They just go away. Because the spike is headed towards the A site. And they are good for it.
They have the win condition as well. Sin has got the lockdown, so that is their win condition done and dusted. So this round should be one where I know Sick Boy has a Vandal, and I think he should be saving that. That is all that he can be doing, and that was what all he should be doing. We'll be now going to 11. We'll be going now to 11, and now it makes you want to ask the question. If you can have a look, like observers, could you have a look at the economy right now? Because we look at the economy.
Big Boy's only got 50 credits right now, so
yeah,
it's not ideal. That's for sure. Team Bash Academy are definitely going to be able to buy. Who died? Jojo. They're definitely going to be able to buy Jojo back into it.
Yeah, but what about the rest? Because now we see We Will Cook, and you just wonder
Yeah.
how much
We Will Cook. That's not great.
I should probably place some stars in the astral plane.
Do you save here and hope that you can go for pistols here? Hope that you can just fight back from 12 down, or what's the play here? Or do you just fight with everything you have and just get scrappy with it? Because if they lose this round, then they're absolutely just going to get shut down because they have absolutely nothing in terms of credits after this one.
I still tend to wonder how much more can be done and how much more will be done But right now you can see a split into A,
Yeah.
and you have to immediately get, how do I put it, in a very nice way. You have to get the information in. You have to try to stop this lockdown, because if you don't, it clearly backs out, or it goes.
Ooh.
Hold up, wait a minute.
Big boy, oh, Jojo's read the flank! Chris gets shut down, Expiry pushing on through towards CT. Rest of the team in towards dugout as well, expecting this. Jojo as well is reading it perfectly. Expiry, Sovereign getting in on this one. Chandy has nothing and will be able to do nothing because Jojo's there. It's a flawless round from TeamBash Academy. They want to shut this series out in style.
And we have reached the point where I've got much point. I mean, I like to say it like that, but we've got match point right in front of our eyes. And clearly we were, I was, okay, so this is what confused me. Jojo had his ultimate, and so when you use a lockdown, I saw the Hunter Fury. I'm like, okay, yeah, they're going to do it against. I was like, no, they've added together. It's the Hunter Fury and the lockdown to just push back the opponent as far as they can, so they could get the plant. And immediately now, the aggression by Weevil Cook has to come into play. They have to make something out of nothing. And immediately after detecting everybody, I think the Seekers have to be used right now just to delay this push. And they have to they have to crunch the team. They have to push them in. And that is what it is done. But oh no. But I think they're going to get detected at late.
Sick boy. Sick boy could be good for some here. Yeah, taking out Expiry. He's got a second.
Spike down.
TGJ shuts it down. And Sin's there to take out Suo, just held back a little bit. A now in the hands of TeamBash Academy. TGJ hiding behind as much cover as he can, being on 30 points of health.
The timing, the wall.
Oh! Chandy can't quite get there. AC3 as well now through Art. But this
Jojo
is a tricky situation, and yeah,
they're
like you
waiting for the
mentioned,
flank.
Jojo is waiting for Chris over towards A main. It happened before, it's going to happen again, and there you go. There comes the kill. TGJ pushes through. AC3 has it all left. Everything. All the hopes of We Will Cook on his shoulders. And the recon bolt, everything is revealing his position. And Jojo shuts him down. They lose the first map. They will not be stopped after that. TeamBash Academy, super strong, resolute in their victory. And We Will Cook find their second loss of the tournament. Both of these teams now on a 3-2 record, Dracorexia. What a series we have just witnessed between these two teams. It gave us everything. From Ascent, it gave us clutches, it gave us high-octane action, it gave us an almost comeback through to Haven where we saw more of the same, and Pearl has just been an absolute repeat. Everything has been... It's been exhausting to cast, but it has been well worth it.
I mean, how much more can you add to a game which had a very, how do I put it? The first map, you could see like the players were getting warmed up. The second map, it was simply the players knew how to cook. And the third map is how you finish the dish. It was in a very beautiful way, a sweet delicacy at the end. And there's nothing more that you can do about it. For some people might have been like, oh wait, if only they had gotten ready a bit earlier. But it takes time. It takes time to create a perfect dish. And at the end, we just got the third map. And congratulations to everybody watching. It was long. It took time. But it got done. Finally. But yeah, I would like to say this. One thing I want to keep in mind and I want to highlight on is Chandy. I want to see more of Chandy, and I would love to see more of Jojo, and I cannot wait to watch, because Jojo with Sin, it was fun to watch. It was simply fun to watch. But Chandy, I think so, his mechanical aim, he understands what needs to be done. And one thing about the duelists today we can agree is none of them overpeaked as much as you would normally see in this caliber of tournament, which is there. You tend to see it all the time. There was no form of overpeaking, and everybody was on to point. In the beginning, we could see a beautiful form of defense by We Will Cook. But at the end of it, we just saw how crucial it is to be a team, play as a team, peak as a team. And these small things in those fundamentals which we talk about this game, they were followed to a team, and that is why the comeback could be initiated by the academy. That's it. It's It's as simple as that. So yeah, insane stuff. I am so happy to have casted this game, and I will get a little bit of a vacation from Valorant, but I will be watching the next few games which are coming up with this tournament. But yeah,
Yeah.
I honestly want to ask this, and I tend to wonder this.
Okay.
Team Bash Academy can clearly make it to the playoffs now.
Yes. For sure.
I am curious to see how far they get along in this tournament, because if they do, it's going to be fun to watch, because I would want to see that rematch between them and Eternals.
Yeah.
I think so. Both the teams are getting better, and you can clearly see Team Bash Academy get into this drive. And I think so now, if you see Haven, I think so they're going to get one map. I hope they do.
Yeah. Well, I have a question to ask of you as well. What was your favorite round or favorite moment throughout this entire series? I know there's been a lot of moments that can qualify, but I just want to know what your pick is.
It has to be the last round. It has to be the last round for me, Ethan. There's not. That was cinema in a very funny way, but in a very beautiful way. Not funny. I'm not call it funny. I'll say beautiful. The way everything just coordinated with the ultimate, with the op shot, with the pick at the end, just helping it out, and it's shooting the right player. We saw this happen where the spray came and it hit the wrong player.
Yeah.
And we have even seen when it hits the right player. But this time it did. It just worked in their favor. But I think so that would be the end. That would be the one which literally make a okay, wow. But I think so, to be honest, it was a big one thing which I think so I'm never gonna forget is simply the defensive operator shots.
Yeah.
Just mind blowing.
Especially on Ascent.
Exactly. It was just a beauty to watch. So yeah, I think so that's gonna be my takeaway. And also my call to go to sleep because it's 2:20 in the night now. It's 2:20 a.m. for me, so
yeah,
I'm tired.
We won't waste your time anymore. And we won't waste your time at home anymore either. Thank you all very much for watching. But I just have to thank, obviously, we've had Magnum, we've had Strange OP on the observing, we've had Little Joe on the production as well, making everything run as smoothly as possible, making our lives as casters very, very easy. So thank you everyone behind the scenes, and again, thank you all for watching. We'll see you all next time for more EVC.
You forgot to thank EVC and Crunch Gaming. Come on, you're just going to say, yeah, we're going to see EVC.
Yeah.
You have to even thank them. Thank you to the backroom staff as well. So yeah, thank you to you, Pasta, as well, for being such an amazing co-caster. And yeah, to everybody, we will see you. You can see the socials in the chat. If you want to follow us, feel free.
Yeah.
And yeah, we'll see you all in the next game.
Yeah. Caster.
I think so. It's there.
Yeah.
It's down. I'm trying. It's fine.
And,
there. But yeah.
As well. Follow him over there.
Yeah, I am. Yeah, I think so the production is just done with it. So I would just like to say thank you to everybody.
Yeah.
Have a good sleep if it's there. But yeah, have a good day. And see you all in the next game. Bye-bye.
Peace out.